Hello, hello. Welcome, guys. We are doing CLC tonight. I hope you're extremely stoked. I know I am. If you're new here, hello is Brandon. I am new baby K-pop man. And I have one of my lovely co-hosts, Alex, with us tonight. Alex, of
Hello.
course, thank you for putting the playlist together and joining us, of course.
No problem. Very excited for this one. I think the only person more excited than you for this is probably me. I've been pushing CLC for quite a while
You've
now.
been hyping it. Yeah, you've been hyping it. So shout outs to Alex for we finally did it. We are missing our other co-host Therese. If you have been following along and you've been following her journey, she was a little bit tied up tonight. So hopefully, fingers crossed, she'll be here for the next one. She's all good, by the way. It's no health related issue here, but just wanted to put that out there. Asian boy says hello, how's it going? Much love. Thank you for
Hello,
joining
hello.
us. But yeah, CLC tonight. I don't know anything about CLC, so feel free to give me the lay of the land here, Alex.
Gondo Crusoe in the chat. What's up,
What's going on,
guys? Thank
guys?
you. Thank you for hanging out. Um, yeah, I want to keep things a little brief because we are doing 14 videos tonight. It's gonna be I think we'll move a little quicker because it's only the two of us, but
It
it
is,
is
yeah.
14 videos, so we're gonna keep it tight.
Fingers
Um,
crossed.
Little summary on CLC. They are a 7-member Gondo. Beat me to it. They are a 7-member group under Cube Entertainment. Cube, being home to G Idol, 4 Minute,
Okay.
etc., etc.
Yeah. I
Um,
get the picture pretty much at this point.
they are the group in between them. So they are the group that debuted, the girl group that
Uh
debuted after 4 Minute and before
before GIO.
G Idol.
Okay. Makes sense.
They debuted as a 5-member group, and then I believe, um, kind of going off my head, so someone can correct me.
Sure.
I believe their third release they added Unbin and Elki to make it a 7-member lineup,
Oh, sick. Okay.
which is pretty much what they had until the I don't want to say disbandment because Sorn, one of their members, has said that they are not disbanded, but they're just kind of doing their own things and inactive. But
Hmm.
their essential disbandment or inactivity, um,
Hiatus.
yeah, that they ended with 7 members. So,
Okay.
um, yeah, it's a little bit of a loose end on where they're at right now. Um, they are not officially being promoted or active through Cube, but the way things are kind of going these days, they could possibly do stuff together under their own companies or individually. You never know.
Hopefully. It'd be very cool.
There's a lot of interesting stuff with CLC. There's a lot of I want to say evolution, like
Hmm.
a lot of evolution in sound
Okay.
and
Okay.
diversity with members, and they're an interesting group. I would say they have fallen victim to the cube curse,
Oh.
which is a very unfortunate that a lot of girl groups, especially, uh, have issues with. Um, Nonetheless, I'm a huge CLC fan, especially like the second half of their discography. I'm sure anyone who is familiar with CLC knows,
Who
like,
knows? Yeah.
can attest their discography is sort of divided in half. So the earlier stuff I'm somewhat familiar with, the later half of the stuff I'm super familiar with. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm excited. Do you have any prerequisites or information on CLC or any uh, assumptions, any predictions?
No, I feel like Gondo has already set me up for failure here with Yun as being biased for. So I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
I have a bad feeling. Not in a bad way to her. I just feel like my brain, goes into autopilot, and that's what I enjoy. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try real hard to break the status quo tonight. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see. You'll have to.
Put all my energy
You
towards
will.
it.
You will definitely like Yan.
Okay.
She is very up your alley. But there's a
Okay,
lot of
fair
really
enough.
talented members in CLC. They're a very super talented group. Some of them are still active to this day as solo artists. Yan being one of them. She's a solo artist. She's also in the Mnet, I believe, group L's Up. You have Sorn, who is doing solo activities on her own that have done pretty well. I think Sungyun also signed with Sorn's company and it has been doing some stuff with her. Yujin is the leader of Kepler.
Yep.
We know that. We're familiar with her.
We are familiar. Yeah.
And the others I don't believe are really active in the idol industry at the moment.
Okay.
I haven't followed too closely, so Crusoe said Elkie released one song a while back. Okay. Thank you. Elkie's doing other stuff in China. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Sung Young's on YouTube and Instagram dancing her ass off. Yeah, I see her doing dance covers all the time. She is insane.
That's awesome. Well,
cool. Well, I don't want to drag on too much.
We got a big list tonight. Yeah.
We have 14. I'll give a little prerequisite for everybody hanging out that's familiar. We're going through as many title tracks as we can, which I think is all of them. There are a couple B-sides that have either music videos or dance practice videos that we're gonna go, or performance videos. I think there was one song that I couldn't find anywhere on their official channel, like any sort of videos for, and it is Like It. So I found somebody, I think, re-uploaded a dance practice, so we're gonna check that out. And that was because their dance practice had the room audio and not the official audio.
I got you. Okay, makes sense.
Otherwise, I think we have all the music videos off of their channel, instead of 1the K or whatever they're uploaded on. So hopefully we did that right.
Fingers crossed. And then I think we're doing some solo stuff, right? Is that on?
Not tonight.
Not tonight. All right. So we got 14 big
no,
boys.
No room for it.
14
no
big
room
boys.
for solo stuff. As much as I would love to get into Sharp Objects and Cherry Coke, some of my favorites to come from the solo songs.
Yeah.
I don't think we have time for it tonight.
Maybe it'll be on the wheel.
Yeah, I think those are definitely wheel
worthy. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Well, all right. We're gonna get into the first one, which is it Pepe?
That is it.
All right. Let's get into Pepe first.
생각보다 훨씬 멍청해 평생 중2병 남자랑 똑같아 네가 원하는 걸 찾으려 헤맬 땐 조급해지고 무슨 환자야 의사와 상의해 아픈 척하지 말고 왜 건들고 흔들어 니마 혹시 어떤 날 You're so crazy amazing 해 너의 연기 또다시 날 찾지 마 이게 네 수준이야 Move back 어딜 봐난 모르는 나무야 Please 그만 좀 해봐 네 여잔 딴 데 가서 알아봐 남자랑 똑같아 네가 원하는 걸 찾으려 헤맬 땐 조급해지고 무슨 환자야
Can you turn the subs off?
Okay.
Please. The auto generation is so bad.
All right. This is Pepe by CLC.
That it is. Somebody mentioned it in chat, but first thing is so funny is they look like actual babies in this. It's almost hard to recognize some of them,
That's
except
fair.
for Eugen, who looks the exact same. Eugen is still a baby. Like
Oh,
did
she
not
still looks
change
like
it.
a baby. Okay.
It is,
that's-
yeah, she still looks like a baby. It is
Okay.
so funny.
That is awesome.
Yeah, but this is their debut, their official debut.
Nice. Okay.
What are your thoughts?
I thought it was pretty solid. I enjoyed it. Very like lighthearted. I like the more like major key they're using with this. I feel like Gondo pretty much summed it up for me. Guy kind of gives me old Mamamoo vibes, and I have been on the Mamamoo train. I just finished listening through the entire like remixed album. Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
So good.
It's very second gen for sure.
It is very second gen.
And it pretty much was at this time too. So
Okay.
it fits.
Because let me see, this came out 8 years ago, so that would, yeah, I guess that would make sense. I'm trying to like place where groups are at every time we talk about them, but yeah, I like the way that like the songs are arranged. It was really fun, really just like lighthearted. Probably say I enjoyed Soren's vocals the most in this track. I think she's got a really like unique tonality to her. It's got this kind of like warmth to it that I really enjoyed a ton. But yeah, I thought the song was really really good. I think it, again, very similarly to a lot of the groups that we cover here, I'm always curious where it's going to be going. So obviously, as you mentioned before, Alex, there's a shift, and obviously they added more members to the group. So I'm curious how they wind up, getting into that position. But yeah, I thought it was pretty solid. I didn't hate it. It was a very well rounded track, and I think all of them were highlighted super well. So I think I'm curious what the next track will be.
Interesting. I'm glad you didn't hate it, because I know sometimes when we get into like older songs, they don't hold up, and you haven't been the biggest fan, especially with. I remember Hyuna was one that you weren't super into, which is interesting because she was actually at Cube as well. She was part of 4 Minute.
Maybe I'll have to go. Maybe I'll have to go back.
Well,
I'll retract my statement.
Yeah, everyone in chat. I was just meaning that the song reminded me of second gen. By the way, sorry if I made that unclear. Also, Sweetly Siren, thanks for joining us for the first time.
Yes, awesome. Thank you. Very cool. Alex, your
Um,
thoughts? What do you got?
oh, I like this song. This was so I found out about this song I think a year or two after they debuted because I wasn't I don't think I was listening to K-pop really when they debuted. Maybe like a year after. But I
Okay.
remember finding one of their songs that I really enjoyed going back, and I think it was still at that time in K-pop where I was
So baby.
a big fan.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
okay.
just a
Yeah.
baby to K-pop, but I was a big fan of like this sound, like this kind of like light,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
heavy horn kind of major sounding,
Yeah. Yeah.
very like I don't know the way I think about it because of my personal experience is this is a very classic K-pop song to me,
Mm.
especially for that time. So yeah, I like the song a lot. I agree with you that Soren's vocals specifically, I think, were really nice in the song. She is definitely a great vocalist, and a very unique vocalist as well. Um, which who else did I like? Obviously, Yeon's rap.
Yeah. That was
I
great
thought
too. Yeah.
that she had like a nice long rap section in
Good
this.
delivery. Yeah.
Yeah, and something I thought was interesting about this is when I first heard it. I think when I first heard it, I don't really remember. It was a while ago. I don't know if I was expecting uh, this style of song to have such a implemented rap section,
Okay. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because of the type of the song and like how I'm trying to think of something to compare it to sound wise, but I don't really have anything that I can. We haven't really dived into any older groups, so I don't think I can give you
Yeah.
any good
Yeah. I'll
reference.
just be like just stone faced and not know. Chat will know
But
though, probably.
yeah, so I guess my point is I like that they found Yeon's strength immediately, even at debut, and
Sure.
are like
Yeah.
pushing her and giving her those like longer parts, even if you might not assume that a song like this would have such a longer rap section.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
As
100%.
I've told you off cam, I've told you probably a couple times already that Yeon is my favorite rapper.
Yes, you have. Yeah. Definitely. Multiple
Um,
times.
so yeah,
I
stoked
feel
to
like it's
see it.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like it's
you'll
fair.
get the vibe. You'll get the vibe.
I think it was a really
Um,
good starting point because I almost feel like the inherent like urge to be like I enjoy this, like I'm gonna like bias towards it, but I also don't want to because I also want to try to like like someone different that isn't a rapper, which if you are new here, that's my trope here, I guess, per se. Gondo might have some. Gondo knows certainly, but yeah, I think for me it's a she had such a strong delivery right out the gate, and I think that's what really stuck out to me the most was like it was just so convincing. Like it even though like as you mentioned, it doesn't feel like a song that would have rapping in it. It just felt like the way that she delivered it was just like, oh, it's here. It has to be here. That's like it would make sense if it wouldn't make sense if it wasn't going to be in the song, you know. So I feel like
does
to me
her
that was good.
does her rap tone and delivery remind you of anyone?
Oh, God, you're gonna put me on the spot here.
Just wondering.
I can't think of one off the top of my head right now. I'm really on the spot here.
There's a pocket of Cube rappers where a lot of them have a very similar
Like
delivery and
punch, yeah.
tone. So you have Soyeon from
Oh
G
my
Idol,
God.
and you have
Hello?
Hyuna,
Yeah. Okay.
who if you listen to, which is we're gonna get into it, where Hyuna has actually I think worked on a CLC song. Soyeon has written a CLC song. There's a lot of integration within the writing of Cube
That would
back
make
then.
sense though.
So there's a like a little bit, I guess, a specific flavor that all
Okay.
these really good Cube rappers have had. So I think Yeon fits in that pocket, and
Yeah,
I mean that with nothing but love because I love her rap style. So
I would agree. I would
just
agree.
something to just something to take note of, I think.
Want to give a shout out to 23 Debo 23. Thank you for joining us tonight. I feel like you had a little extra time, so I appreciate you stopping by here.
Nice. Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
She
She said, funny story, all three of their rap instructors, Ellie from EXID. Yeah, shout out. I love Ellie. Ellie, you're familiar with, Brandon, because she has worked on most of Tribe's songs.
Yeah, I am. Shout
And I
outs.
don't think we've gotten to EXID
We
yet,
have
but
not.
they are on the variety wheel, and I'm very excited for you to hear EXID. I think you're gonna
Sick.
actually love them.
I probably will.
Let me catch up on a couple comments before we roll into the next one. So, Yayin is in the magnet. Yayin is a magnet at this point, kind of how like Nami was a magnet of Minx before Dreamcatcher.
Ooh. Okay.
They are third gen, confirmed. Debo said they remember hearing that a lot with Hobgoblin with the co-writing. I do believe that is the song I'm thinking of that Hyuna worked on that, I think. And I think Soyeon worked on No.
Okay.
And then I think some of their later songs, I think Yeon had a lot of writing credits as well. I'm not super familiar with all the credit stuff, so if anyone has more info, please give me more info. Sink Dive Winter, first time chatter. Hello,
Thank you for
thanks
joining
for hanging
us.
out.
Yeah.
Love the name. Interesting fact: Eyes One's Lavian Rose was originally meant for CLC. They even sang the demo for it before it was given to them instead. That is interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
We haven't listened to Lavian
Eyes
Rose yet,
One,
but I'm familiar. Which is a great song. That I can actually kind of see that working for them. That's pretty interesting.
Love
I personally never got the whole Hyuna comparison, with the exception of Hobgoblin, which she's clearly imitating style. Yeah, Hobgoblin's definitely the most clear example. I just think there are some times where Yeon has a little bit of that like flair to her delivery that I would see a lot of times with Hyuna as well, when Hyuna does more of like her rappy talking. It's definitely not super in your face, but I've always seen a little bit of like maybe influence or maybe some of her style rubbing off on Yeon.
Possibly. Yeah.
Hyuna was involved with Hobgoblin. Yes. Okay. And Gano says, if we're going to do CLC dance practice version of songs, we should do that as one dance practice with their vocals on the track.
That would be quite the
Have we
video.
heard? Have we heard the demo? Is that out there? And Sweet the Siren says, I don't think that imitating someone's style is truly imitating when that person produced it. Yeah, I don't think so either. I wouldn't say that Yeon's imitating Hyuna. I think that she just gets influenced, especially if Hyuna did like the demo vocals or was in the studio for it. I can definitely see how she would get some of that Hyuna spice on there.
Love to see it.
But I also think Yeon definitely has her own style too. I think that I don't think she's like reliant on the cube rapper trope. I don't want to make it seem like, I don't want to diminish her talent. She's
Sure,
like I
yeah.
said, my favorite rapper. So we'll praise her constantly in this video.
I feel like you justified it though. Like I don't.
Yeah.
At least I don't take it as a diss. But I don't know how their
Oh,
people's
yeah.
perspective is.
The dance practice had the guide version of the song, aka the CLC version. Oh, that's interesting. It's on YouTube. It has slightly different lyrics. Inspired rather than imitation. It was a better word, Gondo says. Yeah, I would agree. Inspiration is probably way more accurate.
Is that? I guess maybe chat can answer this as well too. But is that common for songs like that to happen? Like where, as we were talking about, like them getting like passed around kind of a little bit, and then it lands with a band or group. Excuse me.
It depends how they're produced, because from what I know, either the songs are produced in house, so like cube producers will work on a song and they'll work on it with a group, and it could stay with that group, or it could get shopped somewhere else. It could get
Mm.
sent. Some cases you would have groups or members of groups that work on top lining and work on doing demos with their producers. And then there's other situations where you more so have like third-party producers or producing groups who will shop songs to a bunch of different companies and a bunch of different groups. So I think it depends how their production process goes, but it's definitely not uncommon. There's a lot on YouTube if you look up demo versions of like Twice songs or like other group songs. You can find demo versions with other people's vocals all over the place.
Interesting. Cool. Sweetly Siren says, I'm not sure. I know some producers send products to specific briefs. And then Gondo says, so companies sell songs all the time. The problem we have is that this one, they recorded it, learned the choreo, and did the album photo shoot. Then the whole comeback was canceled when Cube sold the song to Mnet. They didn't have a comeback for several more months, and I believe their next song was written by Soyeon. And then and Sweetly Silent says, yeah, Cube really flubbed these girls all. Well, try to give
what do
them
we
some love.
expect? It's
Don't get Alex started. He's gonna
classic
be heated.
Cube.
You're gonna be heated. Well, I think we should move on to the next one before Alex starts
Yeah,
spitting.
please.
But the next one we have here is
I'm not going to go on my Cube rant again. I've done it enough.
You've done it, yeah. If you want to go back and look, you can see Alex spit for I don't know however long. But anyway, this one's Like, so let's give it a listen.
I love it. 궁금해. 난 네가 궁금해. 난 네가 궁금해. 하루 종일 폰만 쳐다봐. 내가 봐도 중증 환자 같아. 메신저 SNS 네가 좋은 걸 뭐 어떡해. 이러다 정말 큰일 나겠어. 딱 그림에 딱 되겠어. 궁금해 요즘 어때. 솔직히 나는 너의 1분 2초까지 모두 알고 싶어. 궁금해 지금 뭐해. 솔직히 말해 너의 프로필 사진만 봐도 맘이 떨려. 좋아 너의 말투 표정 모두 다 너의 친구도 강아지 집니다. 같은 곳
Okay.
같은 시간 같이 갈래. 매일매일 너와 함께
Who is that guy?
What the hell?
궁금해 나는 어때 솔직히 나도 너의 관심 속 깊은 사람이 되고 싶어 궁금해 지금 뭐해 솔직히 너도 나의 프로필 사진마다 속 맘에 들까 좋아 너의 말투 표정 모두 다 너의 친구도 강아지 집니다 같은 곳 같은 시간 같이 갈래 매일매일 너와 함께 할래 궁금해 나는 좋아 너만은 좋아 어떻게 내 맘을 알까 보면 볼수록 더 보고 싶어 난 몰라 아직 내 맘을 바보같이 앞에서 말도 못하고
Okay.
I wanna be girl 말할까 내가 먼저 궁금해 너의 맘이 좋아 너의 말투 표정 모두 다 너의 친구도 강아지 집니다 같은 곳 같은 시간 같이 갈래 매일매일 너와 함께 할래 궁금해 나는 좋아 너만은 좋아 어떻게 내 맘을 알까 보면 볼수록 더 보고 싶어 점점 너를 채워진다 내 머릿속이 하얘진다 You are my 조금씩 너도 내게 빠져든다. I want you my boy. I love it.
That poor dog. Getting thrown under the bus. All right, guys. Listen, so I have a couple questions about this music video that someone may or
Yeah,
may
go
not
ahead.
be able to answer in this chat. What is there a significance to this guy? Like, is this guy like a prominent figure in Korea? Like as like an actor or like, I'm just curious. So if you know
I
Alex,
don't
I don't
know.
know.
So
Okay.
I don't know.
I was just
Um,
curious why they chose him out of everyone.
I just want to say that music video is basically just an episode of Room Raiders.
I was gonna say.
If anyone's old enough to remember Room Raiders TV show.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. This is very
yeah.
this is very bubblegum. I'm gonna say this is another one that is. I can't think of a good way to describe it other than, man, this is. When I first found out about K-pop, this is exactly what I thought K-pop was. Like, this is what I thought all of K-pop was.
That's
It's like
fair.
very,
That's fair.
very
That's fair.
sugary, very weird kind of. Not weird in the sense of like song structure, or that it's like too odd. It's just a weird instrumentally produced song.
Yeah.
There's
I
like
agree.
a vocal sample that goes on the entire song. For the most part, it sits in the background pretty quietly, but it's there the whole time, which is
Is
really
there-
interesting to
Yeah,
me.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry song. I mean, it's pretty bubblegummy. I found myself paying attention to the video, just what was going on, way more than the song. Just because I feel like the song didn't go off in too many different directions. It had like that kind of halftime part where it slowed down, which I actually thought was nice. There's a nice change of pace for the song. And I also really liked Yujin's vocals in the bridge a lot. I think that her tone sounded great there. Other than that, I was kind of just having fun with the video because it was very crazy. One of them, I couldn't figure out who it was because the scenes were cutting so quickly. I thought it was Yujin, but I could be wrong. One of them had a dress in the one scene that was like glittery and then had a giant eyeball on the stomach and like a mouth on like the hip area.
I'm gonna look.
And it was such a, like, not to be rude, but it was like a hideous dress. And I just thought it was so funny. I was like looking for it every time that scene came up, and I could never like lock on to who it was because it's in that scene right there.
Oh, that scene.
They cut out of it so quickly.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
Yujin. It is Yujin. That dress is a style choice for sure. That's the nicest thing I
boy.
can say about it.
There you go, guys. No problem. You're welcome.
I can't unsee it.
I didn't even notice it until now. And then whoever's to the far left also has the eye.
Just the top.
Just the eye. Just the top. Yeah.
They're like, you know what? I like this dress
Oh,
on Eugene so
man.
much. We can't put two of them in this dress, though. Let's just. Why don't we cut one into a top because we can't get enough of this eye. It's
Oh my
interesting.
god. Oof.
All right, I've said my piece on this song. What did you think?
I think for me, I enjoyed this one as well. I just wanted to give a shout out. Like I said, I've said it multiple times actually in a lot of the videos we've done, but whoever they get for bass playing, man, absolutely cracked. I mean, there's like some like picking, some like slap bass, like it's kind of wild, you know.
Professional musicians, man.
I mean, I gotta give them respect. I don't know who played bass on this song, but they deserve some kudos because man, they popped off and like. Would have never expected that. But I will agree with Alex that this song is a very like sugary, bubblegummy type track. Especially this scene in this music video reminds me a lot of like Red Velvet. I forget the song, the one that like has all the video game like sound bits. It's Power Up. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Like stylized, color wise, as what it reminds me of. Not necessarily the song, but yeah, I think it was inoffensive. I have not like if this showed up on my playlist, would I listen to it? Absolutely. Would I actively seek this out? Probably not. But I'm not a hater. I think it really is a well put together song. I think the vocals were really cool, especially that last chorus where like there was a lot of different divergent like vocal structure going on. I thought that was really sick. I kind of wish they did it in like a sooner chorus. I think that would have been really interesting, or if they kind of shifted it up a little bit or changed it up a little bit, I think that would have been really fun. I do agree the bridge was also really, really, really sick in this track as well. But yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. Maybe I'm migrating more into the like second gen sound. You know, maybe I've turned a leaf. You know, I don't know. I like this. This was great. I thought this was very solid.
Okay. Yeah, I think this sits in like Gondo pointed it out. It gives very like Love Shake vibes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
It
I can see
gives
that. Yeah.
like some early EXID vibes. It is very like early third gen, I guess,
Okay.
in a sense of sound, in my opinion.
Hmm.
But nothing wrong with that. It's got its time and place.
Yeah.
Let me quickly try to catch up on a ton of comments.
Yeah, we got a lot. I did see it rolling through.
Rousseau said the vocals are starting to stand out more here. The vocals were very good. CLC has a lot of bizarre music videos.
Yeah.
It's just a random foreign guy.
Okay. Yeah. Thank
good
you.
for him, I guess.
Yeah. Like the pizza guy in Red Velvet. I saw a comment
Sweetly
on that.
Siren says this isn't my preference when CLC switches to Girl Crush. Hey, no spoilers. But I'm with you. Didn't notice the dress. Nobody noticed the dress.
Now we all know.
Yeah, now no one's gonna be able to unsee the
Now-
dress every time you watch a music video. So I'm so sorry for pointing that out.
awesome.
So it says Soren has a video with Sungyun where they rate various stage outfits they'd worn over the years, and it's hilarious.
Oh,
I
that's
think
awesome.
I think I've seen that. I think I watched part of that, and I think there was another video, or maybe it's the same video where they rated stuff with Yan as well. Soren, by the way, has a YouTube channel where she does a lot of like vlog content and like life updates and all this stuff. It's very good. It's
I'll go
worth
watch.
following, I think.
I'm going down the rabbit hole, so
To say she disliked some is an understatement. I know Soren hated a lot
Oof.
when it came to the CLC stuff, especially the early stuff. And we got members listed from Gondo. It is Yeon on the left, then Sungyun, Sunghee, Yujin, and Soren all the way on the right.
Okay.
Pavlov's dress. Yeah.
Also, shout out to Manji. I know they showed up in the chat earlier, so I want to give them a shout.
Oh, what's up?
All right. Well, I think we're gonna move on to the next one. I know everybody wants to see the dress again, so you're gonna get one last opportunity to see it before it goes away forever. But this
Stink Dive Winter, I agree. Those are all very good examples.
very cool.
I don't think we've listened to any of them.
We have not.
Yeah, with Brandon, but
we will.
You know, I think this is our first time going back on a disbanded or inactive group, right? Like a bigger one.
I think
like
so.
I don't think we've done a full long video on any group that's inactive anymore. So maybe one of those will be covered in the future.
We should do I feel like we should do one a month. I feel like that'd be pretty fun. Just like as a set day.
It'd be fun.
We just pick an OG group to check out and do. I'm curious what got I think, and I know I've said this in previous lives, but I'm curious to hear what groups you and Therese got into when starting out to listen to K-pop, and if I have a similar I'm obviously not going to have a similar background because I'm starting with all the new stuff and migrating backwards, but I'd be curious to hear what you guys started out listening to and like seeing if I can be like, okay, now I'm putting the puzzle pieces together. So we'll keep your eyes open for that one. We'll probably be
Yeah,
doing that.
that'll call for a 4-minute deep dive.
Yeah. Yeah. Very stoked. All right. Well, this next one we have on the list here is High Heels. So
Cool. And this is, I believe, when we are a 7-member group.
let's go.
Somebody in the chat might know more about this than I do. I believe that was it Elki or Yunbin? One of them I think was added, but it was slightly delayed. I know there was something going on with Produce 101 where I think they were both included in the track, but one of them didn't promote for a little bit because of schedule conflicts. I'm sort of spitballing off the top of my head if anyone knows the actual info there. Yunbin was on Produce 101 with Soyeon at that time. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, let's roll into it.
All right, cool. High Heels.
I believe the video has all of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, we'll jump into it. Oh God, I mean a full screen. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, okay.
Oh, Yujin.
Oh, there we go. All right. This is
Oh, Yujin.
CLC High Heels. Let's go. Very exciting.
All right. Um, I guess I can go real quick. I
All
don't
right.
have too much to say.
Shoot.
This song, I'm a little lukewarm on this song.
Fair.
I think my favorite part about it is the post chorus, not the chorus itself.
Yeah,
Where
that like descending riff.
the melody
Yeah,
changes
yeah.
quite a bit.
Oh,
That's really nice.
agreed.
Something that I thought was really, I guess I'll talk about the song. Finish talking about the song. It doesn't really stand out too much from the previous two songs they released, which I don't think it's a bad song. I just think that if I'm listening to the first three songs that we've checked out and they're all sort of in that same similar pocket, this one's probably going to be the last one I listen to. Just for the sake of like, it just doesn't offer as much like flavor and vocal highlighting as the other two, in my opinion. Something that I did think was funny in the visuals, which were very good, by the way. I thought the video was nicely shot. The
Agreed.
colors were cool. Scenes were funny. I know that the members themselves are very funny, so it's cool to see them like acting, portraying that. The one thing I couldn't stop thinking about is like Sungyeon tripping and falling down the stairs in her heels. Like, girl, we have seen your Instagram videos. We have seen you do crazy dances in higher heels than that. Who are you trying to kid?
I just thought it was funny too, because then you see the dance scene immediately following that, and you're like, well, obviously they can dance with high heels on. Like, that was my first initial reaction, was like, wait a second. I'm like, you're gonna go into a dance break like literally frame 2, even though I just saw you fall over in heels like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, that's not a real complaint. I'm just kind of.
I just thought it was funny. Yeah, I also thought it was funny. It wasn't actually a complaint.
What'd you think?
I thought this one was solid. I kind of agree with you. It's like it kind of hits that like mid tempo and just kind of stays at that mid tempo for a while. It's not until that like post chorus where I was like, "Ooh, okay." It's got a little.
It doesn't
bit of,
have that. It didn't have that halftime change
didn't-
like the previous song did. That
did
really
not.
like broke it up a bit.
So I feel like that's kind of a hindrance of that song, this song specifically. But that whoever is doing the vocals in that post chorus is phenomenal. I think they do a really fantastic job of like the melody, like the descending kind of vocal run was just really beautifully done. I also really enjoyed the bridge. I thought that was really, really solid as well. So definitely shout outs to whoever's doing the bridge as well. There was a little bit of vocal intrigue towards the end of the song where they had like the vocals kind of like swell in towards the end, and I was like, man, it would have been cool if they utilized that a little bit more. I think that would have like made the song a little bit more interesting, you know.
Well, it was sort of just like an outro thing.
It was just like an outro
right?
thing, but I think if it was like a part of the song more, I think it would have been really interesting to hear a little bit more of that.
Yeah,
The instrumentation was pretty solid, but I don't know. I definitely feel like it leaves something to be desired, certainly. There's like something about it where it's just like, it's a good song, but like, I almost feel like they left something in the tank a little bit. Like, I feel like they could have put a little bit like vocally. I think could have been moments where they could have drived a little bit more, and it just didn't feel like maybe the song was, you know, maybe thought out that way or whatever. But yeah, I would say it still has that bubblegummy, sugary sort of aspect to it, but I think it would be a little bit like, I think it's a little bit more muted. Like, I think it's still there, obviously, and the song still has that sort of like instrumental quality to it, but I think it's a little bit more reserved, arguably. So, but yeah, I don't think it's a bad song. I think very similarly to the last comments I made on the previous song. I think if it came on, I'm not going to be arguing with it. It's like, okay, it's a solid song. Like, I would continue listening on with the playlist. But I don't know if I would go through this. If there's songs on this album that you guys enjoyed, let me know in the comments or in the chat. I will go give them a listen. But I don't feel like, at least to me, this wouldn't be a song that, like, if I was, a CLC fan and I heard this, like would it incentivize me to go listen to this record, right? Like I could be like, oh, okay, this is like a solid song. Like if I'm a diehard CLC fan, like I'll go give it some love and give it some listens. But like if I'm like, oh, well, I'll go check out the next comeback, whatever they're gonna do. Maybe I'm gonna enjoy it more. Not that I would like pass over it, certainly, but I feel like maybe I have a little bit reservations on it.
I think that a little bit of an issue I had with earlier CLC stuff is that I would find it getting lost in maybe a playlist with their peers. If I was putting like a bunch of other like third gen groups at this time in a playlist, I would have trouble, I think, determining what group is playing for one, but also it wouldn't really make me want to, like you said, it wouldn't make me want to click on it and be like, oh, I want to hear more of this, because I feel like it blends in a lot to what other groups were doing.
Yeah, I feel like Sweetly Siren put it pretty well.
Yeah, people are putting that in chat as well. Same essentially.
Yeah, and I like, obviously I could see Oh My Girl, Red Velvet, Twice, etc. doing a song like this. And obviously I've delved back into Twice's catalog, and also Red Velvet, of course. So I can. I'm starting to put the pieces together a little bit more as we go through these groups. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad song. So any CLC fans out there, I don't want to seem like I'm dissing your group here, but yeah, I think it would hopefully make me look forward to listening to whatever comes next from them. Obviously, we have the hindsight of looking back a little bit, but you know.
Speaking of, why don't we get into No Oh?
All right, let's rock. Okay. Ooh, okay.
I'm trying so hard to read Yan's shirt.
Oh my god.
내 맘이에요. 사실은 잘 몰라요. 이렇고 저렇다고 두말할 필요 없고 그냥 가만히 있는 날 좀 내버려달라고. 아니야 아직이야. 아무리 날 잡아도 이건 아니야. 더는 그만 지금은 준비가 안 됐어. 너의 그 말에 넘어가지 않아 됐어. Boy 아직은 일러 지금은 I don't know you never know.
오.
이제 그만
All right. That was. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, we're already getting into the next one.
No. Oh.
No. Oh. Let's go. Very cool.
All right.
Um.
Thoughts?
Well, I want to give a shout out to Codster. Thank you for joining us. Glad you
Hello.
missed out on a couple. We're into song 5 now. Well, next one is anyway. I thought this was good. I would, to be fair, the first part of the song, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then once you got into like the second chorus, and I was like, okay, starting to pick up. Then we get like the rap verse, and I was like, okay, now we're cooking. Then we get to the bridge, and I'm like, now we're cooking
Yep.
more. And then by the
Yep.
last chorus, I was like, damn, they're cooking now. I love it. So I was pretty stoked about the ending of the song. I don't know if maybe you'll get this, Alex, or not, but that first chorus feels so delayed. Like it almost feels like it should be a measure ahead, but because
Yeah,
they
you're
put
right.
like this weird like I don't know pre-chorus kind of thing, like they extended.
Yeah, they like a it's like an extended
It's like an
pre-chorus where
extended pre-chorus. Yeah, it was so wild.
but it's odd because it's not like it's just long. It actually like the build up makes you feel like it should come, and then it basically repeats.
It doesn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little odd, right?
Yeah, so I thought to me that was the only that was kind of what threw me off about the first part of the song. So I was like, I don't know. Like I hope I hope something happens in that second, like between the second verse and the next chorus to kind of change it up. And then luckily they shrunk it down and they like really just kind of like just fast track that to the next part, which I love because I think if it was the same thing, I would have been like, nah, that's not it. But I enjoyed it. I think the back half of this song was like really, really killer. I think just that like long pre-chorus hump was like a little rough, but they made it to the finish line. So I gotta say this was really great. The rap verse is awesome. I think they crushed it certainly. But yeah, I thought this is a really, really well put together song. I like kind of like the instrumental vibe. It was definitely different from the previous one. I think they were able to highlight more of their sound, which is always really fun. And just again, getting into more current songs as we're going further into the list. It's cool to see how their sound is kind of evolving. Gradually. I feel like there's some groups where you'll get a song that'll go crazy, then you'll have another song that's like more mild, and then you have a crazier song. I feel like they're taking a nice cruise.
Well, I gotta say, they are, I would say, are one of the biggest examples of a group not gradually evolving.
Really? Why?
I would
need to know
say
your stance on this.
CLC has a phase 1 and a phase 2. Like it's like
okay.
like they kind of flip a switch and are. I don't think it's very gradual. I think most people that are familiar with them would say it's not.
God, there's
gradual.
like spoiler alert. You're spoiling our own live here, Alex. Come on.
I didn't say
Inside
where they
job.
go. It could be a ballad group post no.
Inside job, Alex. This is almost as bad as our G Idol thing where we had like a bunch of solo art back to back, remember? Or was that G Idol? Yeah, it was G Idol. I'm pretty sure. On the spin the wheel?
Yeah, when it was rigged.
Yeah, it was rigged. Yeah, totally.
My thoughts on this song are pretty much aligned with yours. I think that this is a good step to see them finally mix things up instrumentally a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not even that the song is too. It's a little less bubblegummy. You know what I mean? It has like
agreed.
I don't know, more of approachable for a lot of people.
For sure.
Sound to it.
Oh yeah, I would agree, 100%.
I really. I was trying to think. I don't know. I feel like I had a train of thought and I lost it.
Oh no.
I pretty much wanted to highlight. I think Yeon's rap was great. I think
Yep.
Somebody pointed out, Gondo pointed out that it had seemingly been a while since they let Yeon rip on a verse.
Yeah, they did. They let her rip on this one.
I think you noticed it at the same time I did. There was a part where I think it was Sungyeon had a nice little vocal riff where she kind of went like falsetto, but it was like a little bit of a vocal run.
Yeah.
She was
That
the
was
one
sick.
with like she has like lighter bangs.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really nice, and I didn't know. I've never seen this music video before. I don't watch a ton of music videos for especially like older stuff. I didn't know it was her. I'm pleasantly surprised. I think she had great vocals in this, and that was nice to see.
It was an interesting vocal break. Yeah, like she had like a like it was like almost hitting the falsetto, and then like it almost yodel a little bit. Like it had like kind of like a little bit of a yodel type vibe to it. That was why I went, oh, okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much, I guess, all I have to say about this. I pretty much agree with everything you said. Let me catch up on a couple comments real quick.
All right. Let's go.
Devo said it is the first or second CLC song they ever heard. Never became a stand, but gave them a listen whenever they had a comeback. Okay, nice. I think this might have been the first CLC song I heard.
Wow.
Possibly. I don't exactly remember. I know it was before Hobgoblin, so it was either this or the previous one.
Okay.
TMI from Sweetly Siren CLC was fifth most listened to last year. And they didn't listen to anything earlier than Hobgoblin. Nice. Based.
Interesting.
This is my favorite pre-Hobgoblin CLC song. I would agree. Out of the four, this is my favorite of the four. Well, I don't know about B-sides either, but I was saying out of the four we listened to, this is
4 title tracks.
Also my favorite.
I would also agree with that as well.
And then Sweetly Siren also said this song definitely had more personality. I agree with that.
Yeah. Big agree.
That is a good take. All right. Well, let's just jump into CLC's Hobgoblin.
All right. Let's go. I'm going to find out if this is the shift or not. Holy shit. All right.
나와라 come 나와라 와라 나와라 와라 너 나와라 와라 뚝딱 come 나와라 와라 나와라 와라 얼른 나와봐라 뚝딱 날 좀 바라봐라 이가 튕기는 거 봐라 와라 안아줄게 너 자꾸 말 안 들어 너 날 좀 바라봐라 더는 센 척하지 마라 이따 후회하지 너 좀 더 놀아봐라 너 조금 더 화편파를 쳐볼까 다가와라 안아버릴까 한 번 더 좀 확실하게 가볼까 망설일 것 없이 화끈하게 놀아봐 come 나와라 와라 나와라 와라 너 나와라 와라 뚝딱 come 나와라 와라 나와라 와라 얼른 나와봐라 뚝딱 날 좀 바라봐라 이거 튕기는 거 봐라 와라 안아줄게 너 자꾸 말 안 들어 너 날 좀 바라봐라 더는 센 척하지 마라 이따 후회하지 너 좀 더 놀아봐라 너
Insane.
Welcome to phase 2.
All right,
CLC.
this is CLC Hobgoblin. I can't believe I just said those things about 3 minutes ago that I said.
You want to talk about your comments last video where you said they have a very gradual evolution?
Yeah, I want to retract that statement. I apologize. Don't take. I think it will actually be funnier in context. I think it actually would be funnier knowing that I have, because I feel like if I actually knew the groups we were talking about, then I would know that this was coming, surely. So for the sheer fact that I don't know it's coming, I think it just incentivizes that I've never listened to this before. So, yeah, very cool. Well, obviously, since I'm talking, I'll go. But this is wild. What a complete 180 in the best phase. I think, oh man, there's so much going on that it was even hard for me to kind of like really pay attention.
It is very maximalist. It is very sensory overload.
Extremely maximalist, not only in the sort of music video, which if you have epilepsy, I apologize. It was a little much, I feel. So if we did not mention that. I did not know it was coming. So if you do have epilepsy, I do apologize in advance. But I thought the song was great. I really enjoyed the vocal layering going on this track. I think I don't know if they went to like a new producer or maybe their in-house producers are trying to flip the script a little bit, but it just seems like 1,000 steps up from the previous track. Like I think they just and I don't know in terms of like between comebacks like what the time frame was, but I mean it just seems like a night and day kind of thing. Like you said, it's the phases. It really is. That's the best way to describe it because I don't even know if I could really put it into words how much of a changeover it was. It's kind of nuts, but yeah, I enjoyed this. I'll have to go and give this more of a listen just because I feel like it's so maximalist that there's definitely some things that I wanted to point out more, and I have a bunch of thoughts running through my head right now, but really enjoyed kind of like the instrumentation as well. It's like really like hard bass, like hard EDM kind of vibe that I got from it. And I think it really meshes well with not only like the vocal layering, but like the rapping, and like it just seems like they just had just really good energy, and I think the music video brought that energy out of it. So I thought that this was really sick. I'm curious again if this is where they're going to be heading, and then like this is the vibe that they're going to be going further, like if it's going to be a lot more maximalist. I think that's kind of the only thing that I'm curious about going further.
Okay.
But yeah, great track, really high energy, love it. This is a great gym track, I think I would argue.
Yep. So this is the first CLC song, not that I heard, but the one that like clicked for me. It was like, oh, what are we cooking up here? This is crazy. This song is very reminiscent to me of like the later 4-minute stuff, which was another Cube group who I think had a 4-minute, to give a little bit of context, had a pretty, I would say, more gradual transition into this type of music, kind of towards the end of their career.
Sure.
So this song for me was very reminiscent of like picking up what 4 Minute left off with,
Carrying a torch. Yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah.
It's not a 1-to-1, but when I
okay.
was getting into K-pop, it was giving me that vibe. So
Fair
that's
enough.
what connected me, and that's what brought me in with this type of music. I thought this was a fantastic song. I think it's still a fantastic song. I listened to it today at the gym, actually. It is a great gym song. I think there's so much to talk about. Like the instrumental is crazy. There's like
It
a
is.
really interesting, like buzzing almost bass. That it's not like a sub bass, but it kind of sits on top of the.
It's like a real like sign or like real aggressive like synth tone. There's like that.
Yeah, it's almost
like that kind of like vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. That's like thought it was fun. I think that obviously like the star here, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is Yeon. She has an incredible verse, and that delivery in the chorus is so iconic to the chorus, like and how she delivers it. And I think that this is a song that Hyuna worked on, so I think that really clicks for anybody. If you can remember some of Hyuna's songs and like how she does her vocals, I think anyone listening in the chat, especially hearing this now and thinking about it, you have to see the similarities or the comparison or the influence maybe from Hyuna in this track. I think it's
That's
like
fair.
undeniable, which I think is such a good thing, because I love the flavor that Hyuna adds to her songs. So I think that it comes through in this song, and I'm happy that she was able to work on it, and Yeon was able to bring it, I think, a lot of justice.
Okay. Yeah.
Wouldn't
disagree with you on that.
But other than that, I really enjoyed Sungyeon's parts. And I think Sorn had a couple of the pre-choruses, which I thought she sounded great in. But does anyone know in chat who did the? Wasn't there like high vocals, like high notes towards the end?
Yeah. If I had to guess, it's either
that weren't shown, or am I mixing it up in my head?
I feel like if there was any high vocals, I would imagine either it was at the bridge or possibly last chorus, like closing out the song. That would be my thought, at least. So
yes, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to. Sorry, I'm like very jumbled. I'm
That's all
trying to
good.
think of who did those vocals at the end. I don't know off the top of my head. But long story short, the song's a banger. Goes hard, still goes hard. Let me catch up and see what's going on in the chat. This brings back so many memories from that time. Imagine being in Cheshire before this song and this comes out.
That's wild. Yeah.
Shell shock. Imagine like, you're a parent, and you love CLC because your young daughter is a real big fan of CLC and how cute they are, and you take her to a music bank to hear their first promotion of the song, and they come out with baseball bats and like leather clothing, and you're like, oh no,
My kid's gonna be so edgy now.
What happened here? One other thing I wanted to talk about before I catch up on the rest of the comments. My favorite thing about this video is the camera work.
Oh,
the camera
was
work
wild.
is so fun. It adds so much to the video, especially where they're like pushing the camera or they're like smacking the camera, and then it does like a swipe transfer transition. I thought that was so useful for the effectiveness of this song and the kind of change into this like harder trap kind of style.
It's got that attitude.
It added a lot. It added a lot of attitude to the song.
Yeah, agreed.
Agreed. Kodster says the song doesn't quite land for me, but it's really close to being something I love. Not even too sure why it didn't quite land. Huh.
Interesting.
Otto says his comeback was very successful and put CLC on the map. Excited to see them continue this vibe after a successful concept switch. Yeah, for sure. Sometimes concept switching doesn't go super well.
Sure. Yeah, I can imagine that.
So glad to see it did. I guess another example would maybe a more extreme example would be Mink's re-debuting as Dreamcatcher. That's a concept switch and a half.
Yeah. Holy shit. Crazy.
Mangji says the song is charting internationally, but not domestically. Not even one. Huh.
Interesting.
I can see that. I think that these types of songs tend to do better internationally. I could be making that up, but if you look at a group like Everglow or something, like who has like more of these like EDM focused kind of trap style songs, they do better internationally as well. I think it might just be like general public preference kind of thing.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Sweetly Siren says Hyuna was in for a minute and she did participate in the writing.
Nice.
Yes, I think we covered that. Dreamcatcher re-debuted the same year. Some of the members are friends. Okay, that's
nice.
cool. I didn't know that.
Very cool. Love to see it.
Sweetly Siren, don't get me started on Everglow. Don't get me started on Everglow. We did a whole long video, long deep dive on Everglow. If you didn't already check it out,
It's one of the earlier ones, to be fair, so can do that.
Yeah.
Also, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate it. I don't know why I just saw it now, but it's all right. We're here.
Sungyeon and Suha did a dance cover together. That's cool.
Oh, nice.
Dangerous. Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Yeah, appreciate it. Well, speaking about watching, I think is it time to move on to the next one, Alex?
Yeah, let's keep it rolling. So this one, okay, these next two, I'll give a little info. We're checking out Where Are You, which is the title track from the next release, and then we're checking out the performance video for a B-side called I Like It after that. So we're
doing two from this release.
Doing two. Yep.
Very cool. All right, let's get into Where Are You? I like the Blink-182 song. Okay.
That intro reminded me of the Chungha Rich Brian song so much.
Yeah. Holy shit. Oh my god.
표정 속에 내게도 감정 없다는 건 이제 무감각해 더는 바랄 게 없어 이미 난 벌써 거짓이라도 좋으니 날 봐주어서 You 모두 오해라고 말해줘 I need you, I want you 날 보고 웃어주던 네가 그리워 지금 내게로 달려와 날아 어디야 아무것도 없잖아 어디야 도대체 몇 번째야 하루 종일 너를 기다리는데 이런 내 맘 너는 몰라 어디야 지금 네가 필요해 이러다 나도 지칠지 몰라 지금이라도 내게 달려와서 날 사랑한다고 말해줘 어디야 자꾸 불안해지잖아 I hate you, I love you 난 또 혼자야
All right. That was Where Are You from CLC.
More like, where are we in the timeline? Cube, what are you doing?
I knew you were going to say something like that. Where are you? Sorry. That was not. If you're emo, you get that.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna keep it quick. There's not a lot to talk about with this song.
All right. Rock.
It is just literally a straight up 80s, like I don't know, 80s ballad,
Yeah. Yeah.
like jazzy ballad kind of. I
Yeah.
don't even know.
Yeah.
I can't unhear. What is the song called? The Chung Ha Rich Brian song. Do you remember?
I'm gonna look it up. I'll look
It's
it
like
up
These
later.
Days or something.
Yeah, I think it's These Days, but I'll double check though.
I can't unhear it because it gives the exact same musical vibe and it's driving me crazy.
Don't worry, I got
These
you.
Nights. Thank you,
These
Gondo.
nights. Okay.
So that being said, there's nothing wrong with the song. It's a great song. I actually really enjoy it. I think the vocals are really nice. I liked Yeon's like softer rapping kind of rap singing thing she
Agreed.
did.
Yep.
I think Soren's vocals in the bridge were really nice. I think visually it's very basic.
Yeah.
And not too. It looks low budget.
Probably.
So I guess to bring up the obvious is like what switched from Hobgoblin, because Hobgoblin seemed pretty high budget. They obviously took a shift. It did well. So I'm not really understanding. Maybe it's just like a cubism.
Could be. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Of them kind of just like seeing a bag and turning the other direction. But I agree. People in the chat said that this song would have been a great B-side or a pre-release or something. I 100% agree. I don't think this is a bad song at all. I really enjoy it. I just think that it was not the right time. It was not the right move. That's all I got.
All right. Well, I guess so obviously I am the newer one to K-pop, so I enjoyed this a lot. I think this is a great track. I could understand if you are a big CLC fan, which I imagine most of the people here in chat are. I would have so many fucking questions. Like, why is this song like? Because obviously, like, if you're listening to newer groups, like, you know, a lot of them are pulling from that like 80s pop, you know, 80s sort of styling in their musicality, at least from the groups that I've listened to and kind of the groups that we've delved into on here. Yeah, I would have a lot of questions. I think this one would just leave me with a lot more questions than answers. I really loved Hobgoblin, and I love this track, but I feel like it is not showing up at the right time, and I imagine just in this timeline, it wouldn't make any sense in terms of why they would want to kind of do like a softer, more melodic type track. You know, obviously I can say that looking back on it now here, but yeah, I would imagine a lot of CLC fans would have not been too thrilled about hearing this song, especially after Hobgoblin, you know?
Yeah, I see people talking about it in the chat that the song was probably produced before, or they didn't Sweet the Siren said the song was probably produced before Hobgoblin, and they didn't want to scrap it.
Sure, yeah.
I can see that being a thing, but my issue with that theory is that they had the next song we're going to be listening to, I Like It, on the same album. So I think that, I don't know. For me, it's just a case of you pick the wrong title track.
Yeah, and that's
because even
possibility.
if the song was already produced, it could still be used. There's nothing wrong with having it produced ahead of time and still using it. I just think that being the forward facing track was the wrong decision.
Yeah, that's a probability. And Sweetly Siren says the execs got scared. That's a possibility. The only caveat I would have to that is that if they knew the success of Hobgoblin, wouldn't you think they would want to choose a more high energy track to kind of like continue on with that good forward momentum? I mean that if I was to run a group, which I don't, but like I feel like I would want to try to keep the momentum going, just because obviously groups popularities are solely based off of how much they can get out there, how much is seen of them, how much is all that sort of stuff. I would imagine this is probably not the song that they would see the most success with, especially after releasing such a high energy track and the comeback being great. That at least from my perspective is a newbie and just somebody who's been a part of the music scene for quite a bit. In my own respect, I feel like that's kind of how I would go about it, at least.
I'm curious if anyone in the chat knows or can even look it up. I'm curious to know if this song charted better in Korea than Hobgoblin did. Because I think it probably would have.
Fair enough, yeah.
If I'm like basing my knowledge of what the Korean general public typically likes in K-pop, it would probably be this before it's Hobgoblin. So maybe the song did well for them domestically,
but not internationally.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'd be curious to also know anybody in chat or anyone watching this on YouTube. Did any of you not know this song existed? Because I think there's
interesting
a non-0% of CLC fans that did not know this is the title track. Not to judge, but I'm almost, there has to be some, because this song, when you look at like post Hobgoblin CLC, this song flies very under the radar.
Interesting. Okay, there's a couple people that knew existed.
Couple people in chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, that's kind of rough. But I mean, hey, I'm glad we're covering it. I think it gives a better perspective.
Now you know.
It gives you a better perspective, especially people that may not have heard this one. Would give it a listen. I think if anything, I probably enjoy it now, kind of more in the current space of music, at least what's in K-pop now. I think a lot of people will probably enjoy it, especially if they're newer fans, much like myself. Like, I think you'll probably enjoy this song a lot, even though, like, I would totally hope that you go and check out the rest of CLC's catalog. But I think if this is maybe like your first entry point, I mean, obviously it doesn't give you a really good perspective on it, but I still think it's a really well put together track. And I mean, obviously I didn't talk about it as much, but I thought it was really well put together, and I'm hoping it gets a little bit more love after this. The only thing, and I will agree with Alex on the Rich Brian thing, but it also kind of reminded me of like the like 80s/90s like sitcom, like early sitcom like jingle like songs kind of a thing. It has that sort of vibe to it, which is not a bad thing. I think some of those songs have like a nostalgia to me. So I enjoyed it in that aspect. But yeah, this is a great song, and I just feel bad it gets swept under the rug, I imagine, because not a lot of people I would assume wouldn't associate this song with their catalog as much as maybe a Hobgoblin,
Yeah, for sure.
At least from my understanding.
Let's roll into the next one. So this next one is a B-side on the same album, on the 6 mini album.
Sick.
Called I Like It, and we're watching the performance video of it.
All right, let's go. Manji says this song charted in Korea about about one day, I guess. So I guess it was only
Okay.
interesting.
Huh.
All right. Well, let's get into the other song. Maybe we'll like it. That was a terrible pun. I'm sorry.
I
즐겨 미친 듯이 춤춰 okay I like it I like it 그저 우리끼리 더 즐겁게 I like it I like it 제발 오늘은 방해받고 싶지 않아요 선치해요 나를 막지마 혹시 나쁜 마음은 내게 갖지 말아요 미안해요 자꾸 왜 숨어 부끄러울 필요 없다니까 왜 물어 전부 다 똑같은데 너만 비싸게 굴어 얘 보여? 얘 오늘 하루 지워버릴 거래 아주 바람직해 모두 잊고 춤을 춰봐 나와 함께 우리들만 뭐가 무섭다고 겁이네 멍청하게 가만히 있을 바엔 집 갈래? 오늘은 절대 착하고 싶지 않아 다 더 흔들어봐 그래 지칠 때까지 Shake it move your hips Shake it do it just like this 이밤 절대 숨지 않을 거야 모두 함께 밤새 party 불러 모아봐 언니 소리 질러라 Hey 이리 와 불러 모아봐 친구 Come come Like this like this 불러 모아봐 오빠 소리 질러라 불러 모아봐 친구 Come here Like this like this 즐겨 미친 듯이 춤춰 okay I like it I like it 그저 우리끼리 더 즐겁게 I like it I like it 조금 신이 나네 아직
Okay.
좀 더 느껴볼게 벌써 집에 가게 상관없어 오늘 내 행동이 절대 후회 안해 그저 나를 따라 해봐 진지한 척 더는 곤란해 몸을 맡겨 지금 이 리듬에 소리로만 듣는 이 법 조금 위험해 오늘은 절대 착하고 싶지 않아 다 더 흔들어봐 그래 지칠 때까지 Shake it move your hips Shake it do it just like this 아마 멈출 일은 없을 거야 모두 함께 밤새 party 불러 모아봐 언니 소리 질러라 Hey 이리 와 불러 모아봐 친구 Come come Like this like this 불러 모아봐 오빠 소리 질러라 불러 모아봐 친구 Come here Like this like this 모든 게 따분할 때 또 눈물만 날 때 우리 함께 모여 신나게 즐기면 돼 세상 가장 행복한 너로 만들어줄게 하루 종일 흔들어 불러 모아봐 언니 소리 질러라 Hey 이리 와 불러 모아봐 친구 Come here Like this like this 불러 모아봐 오빠 소리 질러라 불러 모아봐 친구 Come here Like this like this 즐겨 미친 듯이 춤춰 okay I like it I like it 즐겨 이 시간은 그저 okay I like it I like it 즐겨 미친 듯이 춤춰 okay I like it I like it 그저 우리끼리 더 즐겁게 I like it I like it
All right. That was I Like It from CLC.
Did you like it?
I did in fact like it. I could totally see why you thought this should have been a title track because definitely has title track energy to it, certainly. Yeah, I thought it was very good. I like the I think the funnest part of the song is the way that the way that the song kind of modulates throughout like the entirety of it. Like there's definitely more of a focal point on like I don't know if I guess it would be considered like an anti-drop in the chorus, just the way it's kind of put out. Like there's a lot of sub bass, there's a lot more bass going on there. I thought that was really cool. There was definitely like a strong like punchy sort of synth part where they're saying like I like that, I like it. That was a little that cut a little bit. I feel like that might be a little bit too much for me because like obviously I'm trying to pay attention
Like
to
they talk about like the high pitched, bubbly sounding one.
Like,
it's very Hyuna sounding. This song, not to interject, but this
no, no,
song
no.
gives big old Hyuna vibes to me.
Oh, no, no,
And
no.
she's not even
It wasn't about the vocals. I meant the synth, like the synth part, like
no,
that.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that.
Wait, what?
Instrumentally, it gives old Hyuna song vibes to me.
Okay.
But she did not work on this song though.
Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, no, I thought that was definitely a little jarring. So I would probably have to give it some more listens. I feel like a lot of these I go back and listen to after it, but yeah, I enjoyed that element of it, even though it was like a little bit jarring, like upon the first listen. But then once we got into the second chorus, I was like, okay, this is good. I like this. But overall, I think it was a really, really solid song. Enjoyed the rap verses. I still think probably right now who sticks out to me the most. I'm gonna try to look for. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen, but I feel like whatever member this is, I've been really enjoying the most. I think her vocal styling is really kind of killing, like crushing it. And like there was definitely some like more vocal nuance that like I picked out from pretty much what she's done for the most part. Like there's for whatever reason it pops out a little bit more. So it looks like Gondo says it's Sung-hee. So
Yep, Sung-hee.
So shout out to Sung-hee.
Yeah, she's great.
She's number one right now, I think.
Okay. Interesting. Not gravitating towards Yeon.
I do like Yeon. Don't get me wrong. She's great, but Sung-hee, man.
Yeah, you need some diversity.
I need some diversity. Yeah, I can't be choosing the rapper every time. Then you guys will come back.
Sung-hee the diversity pick.
Not because I actually enjoy her vocals. To be fair, it's not a diversity.
No, she's a great vocalist. I actually really enjoyed this song for the vocals. I thought that Eugen had a really cool part that was almost rap, but it wasn't. It was like her. I don't know.
Very
borderline.
Borderline.
Yeah, but I thought that was cool for her. She is not a rapper. You don't really see her dive into rapping much. I thought that was cool. I liked Sungyeon's parts, and you mentioned Sung-hee. I think Sung-hee was great. Yeon's parts are great. Yeon actually worked on this song. She was one of the writers. Yeon has a lot of credits, especially later in their discography.
Cool. Okay.
She writes most, if not all, of her own raps, I believe.
Very sick.
So yeah, big respect. I agree with most of the things you said about this song. My one issue is that I like the chorus, but I don't think the chorus fits with the rest of the song too well.
Agreed. Yeah,
I think that the chorus would go hard if it just had the right instrumental track around it, or if the chorus was different, it would maybe fit in better with the rest of the song. I think it's kind of a little jumbled into being two good parts that don't really fit too well together.
Yeah, the transition.
The two parts being the chorus and then the obviously the rest of the song.
Mm-hmm.
I can see what you're talking about with that synth that's like very like high pitched being jarring. Yeah. That was a very prevalent sound at this time. I would even say maybe before this, because I think it might be a little dated even when this came out. But to give them credit, this is not the title track. I can't be too critical.
Yeah.
It's not the title track. And I think that I think they ended up promoting this a little bit and then releasing the performance video. I assume, I don't know how closely I was following. I assume it was doing better,
pretty well,
probably, than the title track, at least with their core fandom. So yeah, I mean, for me, it's an enjoyable song, but it doesn't really, it's not stacking up at the top.
Fair. Yeah. I got you. That's respect.
Let me see what we got going on in the chat. Gondo points out the basketball court, the same one Card did a performance video at. I've definitely seen the court before.
I have not, so I don't think so.
Hobgoblin 2.0. I mean, they definitely use that drone synth for sure. The same one they use in Hobgoblin. That's definitely prevalent. Mongji said they like this one. Gato said the chorus doesn't work. The rest of the parts do. I think that's a fair assessment. Sweet Siren said the bridge was good. Maybe the chorus needed to be a little harder. Gato said maybe similar to Lip and a Hip from Hyuna. Yeah, that's probably
okay.
a pretty good comparison. Gato said Cube getting out of their own way and letting their rappers write their own raps. That is you know, Cube does best when they just get out of their artist's way.
That's fair.
Sweet Designer said adding more bass to the chorus and modulating their squealy synth down a little. Yeah, I think getting rid of that synth would have done some justice, and maybe a little sub in that chorus probably would have done it a little more, especially after Hobgoblin. A little more punch to that chorus probably would have helped a bit. It also is interesting for an aside, the chorus to be the way it is, to be filmed in this like very like bright basketball court in like school, in like tennis uniforms or school uniforms. It's kind of funny. Like the chorus and the video do not match.
I agree. Yeah. I agree.
And Gato says, if I'm only casually into a group and I don't like the title track, I'm unlikely to give the B-sides a listen.
That's fair.
That is a definite fair take. Probably pretty common take.
Yeah.
If I can give an example, like G-Idol for me, there was a string of G-Idol title tracks that I really just like weren't clicking for me. I never listened to any of the B-sides because I was just like, if this is what we're doing, I'll skip. And then I got really into their most recent album when they put out Super Lady. Yeah. And all the B-sides are crazy, like super B-sides good. And then I went back and listened to more B-sides from past stuff. I'm like, oh, these are also really good.
Oh, so
I was sleeping.
Oh man.
So I don't think that's uncommon. I definitely do that.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think I would hope that it's important. At least I try to do my best to go back and listen to a lot of these groups that we've covered as well. And if I have some good B-sides, I normally try to, or at least B-sides that I liked, I try to leave them in the comments. So I'll have to go back and listen to some more and throw them into previous videos so people can rate me on my picks or not. But
all right, let's get into a cultural pillar.
All right. Here. This one is Black Dress. Why is it a cultural pillar?
I just like it.
Okay. We'll get into Black Dress now.
Keep it simple.
Black. Yeah. Can you see me now, huh?
All right. All right, sick.
오늘 내가 고른 black dress 이 안에 다른 걸로 절대 물들지 않게 네가 가진 색으로만 진하게 칠해 작품을 만들어 봐. Tell me now 네가 그리는 게 뭐? 이리 와서 찾아봐 something in my dress 오직 널 위해 준비한 메이크업을 하고 어제보다 더 가까이
Oh, okay. All right, guys. That was Black Dress by CLC.
Man.
Man. Oh, I thought you were gonna go continue.
No, I'm speechless. Why don't you start?
I thought this is great. What a return to form, you know? They must have heard, Cube must have heard the cries of everybody that was like, what the fuck are you doing with this group? And now they came out with Black Dress and everyone's like,
It's like a return to form
let's
and
go.
then some.
And then some, yeah. This is a phenomenal. I was gonna say fantastic and phenomenal together, but then I just stopped myself. But
Fantomenal.
Fantomenal. We're gonna make up a new adjective. This is a fantomenal track. No, this is awesome. Everything about it just rings like CLC vibes. You know, there was like really truly just a great track. I I also wanted to point out Gando's comment of Yeon actually cut her hair. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, this is when Yeon found out how good she looks with short hair, which
Oh, so we're gonna see Iconics looks. Is that what you're in future videos?
not her last time having short hair.
Okay. Respect. Yeah, I just thought this was fantastic. I honestly, truly, every one of them did a fantastic job. I think the way it was structured out was really fun. I like the different like beat switch ups. There's a ton of nuance to this track, especially within like more of the instrumental structure. They really switched it up, kept it fun, really interesting. I didn't feel like I was like, oh man, I've heard this part. They just kind of like nuanced it in a really nice way where throughout the entirety of the song, I was just like, oh, I'm picking up on this. This is really cool. And then they go into like pre-chorus. I'm like, this is sick. This is totally different. I just think it flows super well. And again, whoever did the production on this did a fantastic job of putting it all together. But yeah, great. Probably one of my favorite. I probably put this in my top 3 right now of the CLC songs we've listened to. This was just a flawless track to me.
Okay. I can't disagree. The song has I agree with everything you said essentially. The song does such a good job of bringing that same like hype energy and what people loved from Hobgoblin and delivering it in like a differently wrapped package.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Agreed. Yeah.
It has like that same hype. It's got an oddly placed dance break somewhat earlier on in the song.
Correct. Yeah.
If you want to call it a dance break, where they let the main dancer dance. Sungyeon.
Oh my
can
god.
shine.
Crazy.
Which is great. I think songs like this, I think Yeon and her rap style really shine. Obviously. I really liked Sorn's vocals in this a lot. I feel like I keep saying that, but I really like Sorn as a vocalist. One of my favorite things about this song is the choreography, though. Choreography is so good. Especially the choreography and the styling, actually. The styling, I think, is some of my favorite in general. I love girl groups in suits.
Oh, crushing it. Yeah, they crushed the
there
suit
are... It's not too common, but when you get a nice dance practice or like a music video with girl groups in suits, it's always such a crazy good vibe. I think they killed it, like doing that choreo with the super high heels and the suits.
Crazy, yeah.
Especially in the beginning where they had that crazy footwork in the heels. I was like, how are they not breaking their ankles right now?
My ankles are broken just watching them do it. That's why you only see this half. I'm in a full body cast below.
Yeah, he is not in a chair. He is in a wheelchair.
I know. I'm sorry, guys.
Gondo pointed out Dreamcatcher in suits, Suit Catcher.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Dreamcatcher in suits is another banger.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah, this song is instrumentally, it's also really fun. There's prior to the chorus, there's a little bit of beat switch up where it has like that kind of house vibe beat going
Yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
they also use a little bit of a vocal sample as the instrumental in the background, which I thought was really, really nice.
Super tight.
Yeah, and then it's a little bit of a YG festival ending they got going on here, where I'm sort of memeing about that. It's not really a YG festival, but they take the chorus at the end and they kind of revamp it and give it a little bit more movement and add that extra kick and give it that like double time club mix feeling.
Yeah.
So I love when groups do that. There's like a Treasure song that I really like that does that. There's Blackpink songs often that do that. I think it's really fun when you take a good concept, like a really good chorus that everyone likes, or especially something like this where it's it's not exactly like a high tempo chorus, and then you kind of like flip it and give it like a more energy or like a different vibe towards the end. I really enjoy that kind of stuff. So I think it can be executed poorly. Here, I think it was executed really, really well.
Agreed. I can feel the sarcasm from Gondo all the way from wherever Gondo is located at. Wouldn't you know, groups having a hype outro is more impactful when it's not every single... I was like, oh man, I can feel it all the way over there. It's great. That was awesome. Normally I can't tell. Normally I can't sense sarcasm like that well in like text, but that felt the force was strong with that one. So all the way from Chicago.
Yeah.
There we go.
This one, Black Dress is one of the all timers for me. For CLC.
Okay, fair enough.
It's an iconic song. I see a lot of people in the chat talking. Iconic. Love this song. No, it ended.
Oh no. You go back and listen to it.
Yeah. Everyone loves it. Everyone's in agreement. Great song.
Agreed.
1the K even has an entire series for suit dance performance videos for songs. Oh my god. I know what I'm doing when we're done.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Well, speaking of the next one, I would love to hit the replay button, Gondo, but we have to move on to the next one.
We have like 6 more.
We got 6 more, so we're cooking tonight. Otherwise, we'd love to do it. This next one is Distance. So
cool. This is off of the same album.
Oh, nice. All right, let's go. Ooh. Ooh.
눈을 꼭 감고 이제 열을 쓸게 my boy 덜컥 나 겁이 나빠 잘 가란 거짓말해 난 내 맘 어떡하죠 어떡해요 나 혼자
Interesting. She was the only one to put on a black, like, lace thing. I don't know if that's any significance or not, but very cool.
I don't know.
This is CLC's Distance. If you know, let us know, either in the comments or in the chat. And if you are watching this on YouTube, come join us on Twitch. This is the best time to give us shit in real time, and we need it. So please help.
Yeah.
We do need the help. I really enjoyed this song. I thought this was really definitely a different pace, especially after listening to Black Dress. Complete vibe switch, which I'm about. I
Yeah,
think typically
it is a
B-sides,
B-side.
B-sides are like that, is what I've noticed from a lot of like groups. Is that's what typically happens. So I do like it. I think what I've noticed about CLC, especially since the couple times we've done like more B-side stuff, I feel like they swap. I feel like one song is like the more like high energy, more high intensity sort of stuff, and then they have one song that's like a little bit more like vocally driven, so like they can all be highlighted more vocally. And I think this song does a really great job of not only highlighting all of their vocals, but I think the way that the song arranged really benefits from the fact that they're doing like some really cool like vocal textures. There's some really cool like harmonies. I think the layering going on in the track was like really beautifully arranged. It doesn't feel like there's any sort of like bald spots in the song. It just kind of has great texture, great like etherealism within the song that I really enjoyed. The melody of the song definitely reminds me of a song, and I can't think of it, but there is like a familiar like melody to it. And I'm blanking right now. So if I remember, I'll put it in the comments. But there's definitely a song that I'm thinking of, and I can't remember it. But
Debo in the chat mentioned that it reminds them of "Hate You" by Ladies Code, which you wouldn't know,
no.
but I agree with that to a T. It is very
Ooh, okay.
reminiscent.
Very cool. But yeah, no, overall it was really great. And I also feel like I don't who is their rapper again, Alex?
Yeah.
Yan. I think she does. I think she's so, especially the way she tackles like the softer songs. I like appreciate the fact that like her rapping isn't like aggressive. She kind of matches the tonality of like the singers in the group. So I thought that was really, really, really nice, and I think it adds that extra layer of dimension that I feel like CLC does very well. So overall, I think this is a really great B-side. I will definitely be giving Black Dress a full EP run through tomorrow while I'm at work. So
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything.
Wow,
I think that,
taking it all.
well, not to piggyback on you too much, but yeah, I think this one is pretty fun for a B-side. I'm glad I guess I'm curious. I don't want to say glad. I'm curious as to why they made the choices they made when they pick like songs to do music videos for. Like post title track.
That's fair. Yeah.
Not that I think this is a bad choice. I think this is a great song. I think this is fun. I'm just I guess it's more of like an industry thought.
Sure.
Yeah. A general thought. I always wonder what is going through like the producers or the team when they decide what songs are B-sides are made into videos. Aside the point, I thought this was fun. It's kind of like reminiscent of the older stuff a little bit. in a sense of like lightheartedness and like being light instrumentally, but it doesn't have like that cheese to it as much as like I would say the early CLC has, like the bubblegum cheese.
Agreed. Yeah, yeah,
Um
yeah.
I thought it was pretty nice. I think the instrumental was simple, but it did its job well. I think that there was really nice guitar.
Agreed. Yeah.
Not the guitar in the chorus though, because there was like strummed guitar, but there was a little bit of like riffing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the guitar was
Little
doing.
lead. Yeah,
I think they were using an electric guitar
they were. Yeah.
in some of the verses where they were doing like really muted, kind of in the background, little just some little
Just a little
riffs.
sprinkle. Yeah.
Sure, cool. I think they were just a good addition instrumentally. And I don't have anything else to point out about it.
Yeah, it was a great. It was
I
a
don't
very
think.
fun B-side track. I'm excited to delve into the rest of this EP. I think, considering I liked both ends of the spectrum, that's typically, at least in terms of my mentality, when I go and listen to other groups and stuff like that. Like if I like the title track and then I do like a B-side off the same record, that if it gets thrown into the playlist and we listen to it, then I am more apt or more likely to go listen to like the full release. So I will be giving this one a listen 100% tomorrow. So pretty stoked on it. Get into some comments here. We have Gondo says also the blindfolds are giving me Del Monte flashbacks to the unspeakable part of the music. Yep. Asian Boy says that was great. Gondo also says need to add this to a playlist. Crusoe says she's really good at switching up things for the song. Would definitely agree. She always essentially fits. Would absolutely agree. I think I feel like that's something that I've gone without saying throughout, but it's definitely a thought that I've had throughout listening to CLC. I was like, she's just so like chameleon-esque, where it just like she's gonna fit into the song regardless of if like the song is for her or not. So big salutes, love that. Kanda says, I imagine for other companies a lot of thought goes into choosing which songs make it for the music videos. Oh man, can't help but throw Cube under the bus in this video. I love to see it. Manji says other B-sides on this album is To the Sky. It has a dance video. All right, I'll have to go give it a watch.
Nice.
Sweetly Siren says Cube plays rock paper scissors or ladders. My god.
I think you're giving them a little too much credit.
Yeah, they actually use that blindfold and they just throw a dart at the wall, and whatever song shows up on that list they do a music video for. I feel like that's probably more accurate. But anyway, the next song we have here is going to be No.
No, a song written by G-Idol's Soyeon.
Let's go. All right.
In collaboration, I think Yeon also worked on it as well with her.
Very sick. All right. Let's get into CLC's No right now.
Red lip, no. Earrings, no. High heel, no. Handbag, no. Red lip, no. Earrings, no. High heel, no. Handbag, 그렇게 뻔한 것 말고 다른 걸 가져와 내게 제일 어울리게 더 멋져질 방법은 말고 멋대로 망쳐.
Can you hear the Soyeon influence in this?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. random truck. His sub bass is wild.
Red lip, no.
I feel like you should just send this to someone if you don't want to do something, and you just send them this song. No, you know, like
Yeah.
I also, for all of my fellow like millennials, for whatever reason, and I hope you don't hate me for saying this, but the no reminds me of the no when SpongeBob pulls the magic conch and she's like no. That just gives me the same vibe. I know it's very oddly specific. If you get it, you get it. Let me know. But that's what it
Okay.
reminded me of.
All right. Well, CLC's no. I think in classic Soyeon fashion, it's a little bit of a statement song,
It is, for sure.
which is fun. I think this song is so Soyeon coded that once you know that she's involved in it, you can't unhear it. Like,
Yeah,
you can
agreed.
pretty much just picture G Idol doing this song, and it is weird how much it fits. That being said, I think that she did a great job producing this for CLC. I think that
Big facts.
they owned this, and although it has a very clear Soyeon sound and a lot of her influence and songwriting stuff comes through very clearly, I think that the members here add obviously like their own unique flavor that I
Sure.
think separates them for sure from G Idol, to make this their own. And I think this is another fan favorite if I were to put words in everyone else's mouth. This one's just interesting. Like there's a lot of unique choices, I think, with the instrumental. One of them is in the pre-chorus where they kind of like pull the drums out and give the snare a little
Yeah.
bit of like a glitch effect. I thought
Yeah.
was really cool. The drop in, I think it's the bridge, where like everything cuts and they're just using that like just sub bass and like a really high like prickling synth almost.
Yeah. That's wild.
I think it's really sick. I think that's pretty unique, as far as like an instrumental switch up. And then the chorus at the end, the last chorus change up, I thought was a really. I said it in Black Dress as well, but I'll say it again here. When you switch up the last chorus of the song, I think it often does you a lot of favors if you do it right, as far as like breaking things up and giving the song a little bit of like new life breathed into it, or a little bit of freshness, you know.
Agreed. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about this. The outfits were really good. The styling was great. Everyone was talking about it in chat. Blonde Bob Yan has arrived.
She has arrived. Yeah.
I'm about it.
Yeah, I think for me, I also really enjoyed this as well. I will say is very Soyoung coded, which is totally fine. You know, I love G Idol. Shout outs to them. But yeah, I think I would probably retweet Alex. I don't think there's anything really that I wanted to mention outside of what you said. I think you pretty much covered my thoughts on it. I will even say like, and this is no diss to like G Idol or anything, but even some of like the choreo parts, I was like, were very like the way that the music video was shot, like felt very like G Idol esque in that way. Which I don't know if that obviously is not, probably not their intention, but like just the way it was shot, like even the one scene where like the camera kind of pans in and they're doing the like strut kind of thing. I was like, that feels very like obviously the most current thought that pops into my head is like this super lady, like where the camera kind of pans in and they're doing like more of a like walking strut kind of thing. Definitely reminds me a lot of that, which is again a massive compliment to them. But overall, yeah, I think this is just a really well put together track. I'm excited to listen to this more in depth because I always find that like some of these songs, and I know that you've mentioned it in the past, Alex, it's always hard to kind of like collect all of your thoughts in a one go around. And since I imagine you've listened to CLC more than I have, you have more of a basis for it. But I think for me, it was like a really cool experience listening to it, like fresh. And I'm excited to delve into it a little
It's
bit
hard
more.
to talk about everything. It's hard to talk about everything when you're just hearing it for the
Sure,
first time,
yeah.
because you
Yeah.
got like visuals going on, you've got like the concept, you've got what you can pick out for lyrics, instrumental. It's tough.
Yeah, I think for
So
me
I got you. I'll cover you.
it's always a surprise, and I think for me it's like coming from like a heavier background, I argue that like music videos, I mean obviously they're important, but I feel like it's more about the musicality for like heavier bands, where I feel like the music video kind of takes a little bit of a backseat, where I feel like with
Yeah,
K-pop,
for sure.
this like music video plus music is like we're just gonna assault you in like the best way.
Yeah, sometimes it's harder to talk about K-pop like as like songs themselves or
Mm-hmm.
instrumentally, because they are usually in such a unique pocket instrumentally, and they're usually more produced as far as like
There's a lot more
they're
nuance.
usually more like well, there's a lot more like studio production with like synths and like DI stuff, and uh it's a little more like you could go make a K-pop song in FL Studio and I don't know, use a bunch of splice samples and throw a bunch of stuff together. Whereas like it makes it a little harder to talk about when I don't know, if we go listen to like a new Knocked Loose song, it's
Yeah.
like it's it's a lot easier to talk about because everything is so much more grounded in like
Yeah.
discernible instruments and discernible this riff, this breakdown, this chorus, all that kind of
Sure,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
It's a little more structured and easier to talk about. So I definitely get what you're saying.
It's more well defined.
Let me
Yeah.
read a couple of comments before we move on. Everyone's talking about how Soyeon coded it is. Gondo said they love Elki's part in this song the most.
Ooh, okay.
Debo says this is their favorite CLC song and they will die on this hill.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's
Okay.
go. All right.
I'm
Respect.
not I'm not with you, but I'm not judging.
Same.
Gondo said the song is so cool, but Yujin is still so cute. Yeah, I don't think she'll ever escape the allegations. Soyeon produced so well for them. The last chorus is great. Sweet Siren says Soyeon is my old girl group bias. This is top 3
Ooh.
CLC for me.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's go.
This song must feel very at home for you.
Yeah.
And Gondo said the start of CLC is 2-letter word title track era. We're
Oh.
gonna break up the 2-letter word title track era because we're gonna watch the dance practice for Like It.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Not I Like It, because we already did that one. We're gonna watch dance practice for Like It.
I also want
to give some.
Oh, go on,
Sorry.
Alex. No, shoot.
I was just gonna give context. We were gonna watch the dance practice on their channel, but they use dance practice room audio, and then I think that's like it's not great to listen to for the first time. There's no So my context is Like It is a great song. I wanted to show that, but I didn't want to just look at nothing. So I wanted to do the dance practice, but the dance practice audio is very bad. So I found out somebody that uploaded a mirrored dance practice with the official audio on it on their own like mirrored dance practice channel. So we're going to be watching on that. So I'm sorry for everyone that is critical on all the videos being on their channel. All the rest of them are. I'm sorry.
There we go. I also want to give a
Please
shout out to Sweetly Siren. They said that my 6-year-old's favorite CLC song for no particular reason. So that's amazing. I'm always curious. I feel like for me, I'm always curious that like people who are like been in K-pop for a while and now have kids and stuff, if like they're like if they show them like their like version of K-pop, or if they like are more into like, hey, this is what's out now, this is what's more current. So Sweetly, if you feel comfortable sharing that, I'm curious your stance on that. I don't know, it just popped in my head. I thought that was cool. But we're gonna move on to the next one, which is what Alex mentioned. So this is Like It. Let's go. I'll repeat it after this.
Like it.
Okay.
Like it. Oh baby 그렇게 말해봐봐 아까부터 아닌 척 모르는 척 재미없잖아 스치듯 지나가는 우연도 흘려보내기는 싫은 밤의 경고 몸에 닿는 촉에 고개를 돌리게 돼 여기 분위기에 맡겨 그냥 홀리게 해 그 어떤 것도 정답은 없어 내게로 와
Okay.
순간을 기다렸어 나 마치 처음인 것 같은 이 떨림 이젠 아무것도 할 수 없어 Come get me 이 느낌이 좋아 I like it I like it like it like it like it 이 느낌이 좋아 like it I like it like it like it like it Oh, I like it. 욕심내도 좋아 이 감정에 호기심.
오.
너도 같잖아 내게 말해봐 솔직히. 오직 너를 위한 성의 있는 꼬리짓 다른 애들의 거인지 눈에 하나 안 보이지. 들켰어 이젠 솔직해져봐. 나를 원한다면 멈추지 마. 그대로 가. 오늘 밤 그 어떤 것도 정답은 없어 내게로 와. 이 순간을 기다렸어 나 마치 처음인 것 같은 이 떨림 이젠 아무것도 할 수 없어 Come get me 이 느낌이 좋아 like it I like it like it like it like it 이 느낌이 좋아 like it I like it like it like it like it Oh I like it 이 시간들이 다 꿈이 아닌 거라면 내게 다가와줘 기다릴게 마치 처음인 것 같은 이 떨림 감추려 해도 이젠 다 빠져들어 흔들려라 느낌이 좋아 like it
Oh, okay. That was great. All right. That was I Like It from CLC.
Nice.
I'll answer Sweetly Siren's comment because I was supposed to do it. They asked me to repeat the questions, like how do I decide what it's appropriate. I wasn't necessarily that. It was just like, I guess more so as being like a parent in and obviously listening to K-pop, like I guess my question was more so like, do you show them like what you listen to getting into K-pop, or is it like more of the current what's out there now? Like that was my question. I hope that kind of clarifies it a little bit. But yeah, that was it. The song itself, this was great. I really enjoyed this one a lot. Kind of keeping on the same trend. Really high energy. Really like, really just such a strong track. Out the gate. I enjoyed the dance practice because we really haven't done too many of them. I don't think, to my knowledge, Alex, in this stream.
I
So
think we've only done one performance video.
one performance video, so this was very cool. The performance aspect of it was incredible. I think they did a really fantastic job. It's something that I feel like I'm excited to check out more dance practice videos going further now. Song, I don't know. I mean, it just really kind of really had all of the things that I enjoyed about CLC so far. It's got like really strong chorus. I think the vocals were really sick as well. The dropout for the rap verse is really sick. I always love when groups do that. I just think it cuts so much more in the mix of the song. So I love that element of it. I like the kind of like stronger, like let's add more elements into that last chorus to kind of like pad it out more. I think there was a lot more like drum parts. There's a lot more like vocal layering. But yeah, overall, really well put together track. I will probably have to give this release more of a thorough listen as well too. But yeah, this was awesome. Another really fantastic track.
Yeah, I pretty much retweet that, but I want to point out that I really love the like the use of that whistle sample. Obviously,
Yes.
that is very
Oh,
present throughout
yeah.
the entire track,
Mhm.
but it works so well with the sub bass in this. Like it's a really nice dynamic. That whistle sample with the bass in this song, I think, is really I don't know, pleasant to me.
Okay.
I think this song it's kind of funny this song's called Like It because I think this song kind of is sort of like what I feel like they wanted to do with I Like It, which was
Yeah.
the other song we watched a performance video to.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
I Like It was like sort of trying to be hard, but the parts didn't match very well. And like this song just feels like it did the same thing but better, like more well
It
executed.
was more optimized. Yeah.
And it's funny that they essentially have the exact same song title.
I didn't put that together,
Uh,
but yeah, now it makes sense. That's amazing.
Yeah, let me read just a couple comments here. Okay, we're talking about Codster says my 4-year-old's favorite song is Not a Friend by Soren and Wife by G Idol. Although she calls them Friend Song and Cream Soup. You know what? Not bad names for those
Yeah,
songs.
I was gonna say not bad name for the songs. Yeah.
Gondo said, I know the song. I think I've maybe seen a live stage. The song is a banger. Sweet Siren says, my 6-year-old loves K-pop. She asks our Alexa to play things daily.
Woo!
Sweet.
Koken.
Gondo said this is their favorite CLC song with Like It in the title. I can agree. Very niche, but
Very
you're
niche,
right.
niche pick, but I respect it. Yeah.
Gondo says we need to do a dance practice stream at some point.
Oh,
That would be fun.
Maybe Saturday.
Well, I'm not against dance practices going on the wheel either. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
It's hard to
do it.
maybe it's kind of hard to throw together a whole dance practice stream because I feel like it would be really jumbled.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because I don't know, like I could sit here and watch a million Luna dance practices, or I could watch a million Stray Kids dance practices, but I don't know if people want to see us re-listen to the same songs and watch them
That's
dance
true.
for like 2 hours. As
Yeah.
much as I would like that.
Maybe we'll do it.
Maybe,
Post birthday
but,
stream.
But
you know?
for real, anybody who's joining us, by the way, you're getting channel points by hanging out in here.
And
You look
commenting.
towards like the bottom the bottom of the chat, you'll see you have points, and you can redeem them to add a song to our variety wheel. So you can submit pretty much anything you want, as long as it's like not Japanese and it's not like a live version or something. And we will cover it when we do our variety stream. So
Yeah.
we're trying to reward people for hanging out in chat. So
Yeah.
hopefully that seems like a good option for people. I know Gondo has put in like 4 or 5 songs already.
Yeah. I got stacked up by Gondo. Yeah, for sure.
And let me hold on. She listens to what I listen to and tends to like it more than what her dad listens to. She has her own favorites and biases to the point where she asks for a Felix keychain for her birthday.
Holy shit.
Cried when I told her I wouldn't take her to a concert for a few more years.
Aw. She's gonna
I
be
want
such
a
a
Felix
K-pop
keychain
stan.
for my birthday.
Yeah, same. You have a
She also
couple
learns
days.
song names and asks Alexa to play her favorites. Like today, it was Social Path, Sweet Venom. She also loves The Rose,
Oh, nice.
AT, G Idol, and CLC. Wow, taste.
Yeah. Kudos to you.
Um,
Big ups.
Gato says Therese hates dance practices and they keep the shoe squeak audio. So the Therese slander.
The
Hopefully
Therese,
Therese isn't here.
Yeah.
Um,
Or you're done for.
I love dance practices that have the shoe squeaking audio, but I think they're awful for trying to like listen to the song, especially if it's songs that Brandon doesn't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is a Chinese music video okay for the wheel? I
Should be
don't.
fine.
I want to say no. I'm gonna say no because one, I don't know the copyright if it's similar to Japanese or not, but two, it also kind of like starts flowing outside of the K-pop wheel concept a bit. I mean,
Maybe.
I'm curious to know what you
Yeah,
wanted
let
to
us
suggest,
know.
though.
Yeah.
Maybe like a circumstance kind of thing.
Yeah, correct. How big is
When
the
doing
we
that
will
wheel, are you supposed to simply type out the artist and song or post a link? You can just type out the artist and song.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll get
add
the
the
link.
link on my own, and
Yeah.
then like if it's something that we already added or something that we won't cover, or I'll let you know, and you can repick. You won't waste points or anything.
Yeah.
Sweetly Siren, how big is the wheel? It is very big. It is. We are currently not adding anything to. We're currently not adding any personal picks to it because we've got
Correct.
submissions and stuff. So it's pretty big, but I think we're gonna do a couple streams sooner than later to chunk it down a bit.
Yeah. We need to take some out from the wheel.
Crusoe says, I don't think it's as bad as Japanese, but it's a bit worse than K-pop. If it's gonna be kind of shaky, we'll probably avoid it because it really is a huge pain when stuff gets blocked or like audio cuts and stuff. So we'll probably avoid it. We can test it out. I mean, we can upload like
yeah. we can
test
try it.
videos
Yeah.
to see if it gets blocked or not. So maybe we'll see if Elky's stuff gets blocked and
We'll
get
circle
back to you on
Yeah,
that.
we'll circle back on that one for sure.
Gondo said I'm gonna request some CLC solos at the end of stream. Okay,
Let's go.
sure. Hopefully I think Cherry Coke is already on there. Just
Oh,
a heads up if
okay.
you're gonna suggest that.
There you go.
I had enough points. I tossed some 5th gen gems at you. You should get there pretty quick.
Yeah,
I think it's only
pretty
1,000
quick.
points.
It's
You probably
1,000 point, yeah. By the end of the stream,
probably
you'll be
get
close.
to it just in the one stream, maybe if not by next stream, but we tried not to make it too expensive.
You could ask Gondo. Gondo would know
I've never
in
seen
terms of
any
time
as bad
frame.
as
Not to talk over Alex.
Crusoe says I've never seen any as bad as Japanese songs because touch those and you get hit. Yeah, we
Yep.
found out that the hard way.
Yeah.
We as much as I love a lot of
I've-
Japanese releases, we cannot touch them.
Yeah, I've found out the hard way of staying up late and trying to
Kanye
edit
said
them
I
out.
was not. I hate that song, but love Yayin. Ouch.
Oh, damn!
How
You
say- I
you're stabbing
love
him
that
right in the
song.
heart here. Jesus, live on stream.
That hurts. I
Oh,
love that song.
oh, god
Um,
damn. That's rough. Well,
Elky speed up if allowed. Yang strange way to. Okay. Um,
it's a very Alex song.
we'll get back. I'll get back to you on the Elky thing.
Oof.
But got you, Nirvana Girl, and either Strange Way to Love or Speed Up.
Cool.
All right. Sorry, we got real caught up.
We got
Let's
sidetracked.
Keep it rolling.
Keep it moving. This next one we have is Me.
Cool. I'm gonna give you no preface to this song other than it's my favorite CLC song.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's give it a spin. Your favorite? Okay, I'm gonna have to. Is this Alex coded? That's the
Absolute favorite.
question. Okay.
뻔하지 않아, baby. 새로워 난, baby. 평범한 너, 난 특별해. 뭔가 다르다니까. 그래 그 상상 속에 그림 같은 느낌. Feeling 그런 것보다 더 완벽해 나. 어떤 말로도 부족해. 화려함에 담긴 청순함이 도도함에 담긴 순수함이 처음부터 끝까지
Ooh, okay.
아름다움이
Okay.
태어날 때부터 아름다움이 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 인정해 아름다움이 끝없는 아름다움이 네 맘을 훔칠 하모니 I can't control myself 어쩔 수 없는 만큼 다 내려놔 솔직하게 말해 아름다움이 뜨거운 불길 속에 갇혀버린 느낌 Feel it 난 매일 춤을 춰 뜨겁게 yeah. 언제까지나 on and on 화려함에 담긴 청순함이
Ooh.
도도함에 담긴 순수함이 처음부터 끝까지 모든 게 다 멈추질 않는 내 아름다움이야 So do it like me 나나나나 그래 난 baby 태어날 때부터 아름다움이야 아름다움이 아름다움이야 아름다움이 아름다움이야 아름다움이 아름다움이야 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 Follow me follow me 날 따라 해봐 그래
Ooh.
그렇게 Do it like me 천천히 천천히 나에게 빠져 처음 보는 아름다움에 반짝이는 빛내 눈빛처럼 미로 같은 길내 손길처럼 처음부터 끝까지 모든 게 다 멈추질 않는 내 아름다움이야 So do it like me 나나나나 그래 난 baby 태어날 때부터 아름다움이야 아름다움이 아름다움이
Oh, okay.
아름다움이 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 아름다움이야 아름다움이야 아름다움이야
All right, guys. That was CLC Me. All right. I guess
Sure
I'll go.
was.
I guess I'll go first since this is your favorite CLC track. So I gotta let you
Yep.
cook at the end. I enjoyed this one a lot. I was a little shocked because at the beginning of the song I was like, this doesn't feel very Alex coded to me. And then we got to the chorus and I was like, this seems very Alex coded to me. So I really hit the flip on that one. But yeah, no, this was great. The vocals were awesome in this track, especially towards like the second half of the song. Oh my god, there were some really cool vocal lines, especially in the bridge. I thought that was probably my favorite part of the song, other than that last chorus. Again, the last choruses, man, they're really selling it at the end, and I love that. It's like when you got like a close game, and like at the very end, like somebody just knocks it out of the park. I feel like that's CLC to me. They always wind up crushing it towards the end, and then I just wind up falling more in love with what they're doing. So I love that. But yeah, overall, really fantastic track. I really kind of am a little speechless because it's got like a little bit of a softer vibe at the beginning part of the song, and then once you get into that chorus, I think that's where they kind of like take off. But then they don't like it doesn't really kind of go down, like especially in that second verse, like the bass, the way the sub bass kind of like lays out this second portion of the song. I thought was really fun. But I still think it keeps that same sort of strong energy, and then just throughout the song, it just continues that strong bit. So yeah, I would probably put this amongst the top TLC songs, at least that we've listened to tonight. Just super high energy, what I expect from CLC, and probably a little bit more. But yeah, overall great track, crushed it. Ladies crushed it tonight. Big ups.
Hell yeah. Yeah, everything about this song is very very me. I love the modulated bass.
Crazy.
Yeon's rap, I think this is some of her best. There was the bridge is really nice. I think it was
Bridge was super
Yujin
nice.
into Sorn. Their vocals together were very, very nice. I thought Yujin's vocals fit the beginning of the bridge really well. The star of this song to me though is the percussion. The song is
Yeah.
like a percussion banger.
It's a ripper.
There's just so many interesting things, like especially in that last chorus, you have like they do really big drum fills, like it's like
Yeah.
full drum kit fills, which is really nice. But it's also simpler things, like the transition into the chorus is like a stopwatch or like a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's like a stopwatch sound. There's also a bunch of uh, like minor percussive hits throughout the song that just add a little bit more like flair to it and make the track sound so much bigger. I think if they'd done anything different with the drums, this song would not hit as hard. But they nailed it so perfectly.
Agreed.
And obviously, like those big trap
Yeah.
brass horn things that go on in the chorus. Obviously, you hear those, you're in for like a trap anthem banger. Which can be bad, can be great, and I think
Sure.
in this it was done very tastefully, and it hits all the right notes, and it goes hard. I think that Yeon worked on this one as well, as a lyricist writer.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about this
Well, it is your favorite
song.
CLC song,
Obviously,
so.
I already said it's my favorite song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the change up in the chorus at the end. I don't know. It does everything perfect for me.
I will say in that last chorus, the way that they had the rhythm link up with the vocals, like that was so sick. The way they cut up like the song rhythmically was so fun. So yeah, I got to give it a shout outs. Their last chorus was really tight.
Let's see. Crusoe just redeemed points to add Queen by Third Eye on the wheel, which is really funny. I'm just making an aside because this is really fun. I pulled up the wheel to check. I have Do My Thing, Out of My Mind, and Yes Sir by Third Eye on the wheel, but not Queen. So I was gonna look on there. I'm like, oh, did I add that one? I might have to like have you change it. You picked like the one of
The
their
one.
only songs I didn't put on there, so I got you.
There you go. Perfect. Very cool.
Yeah, let me catch up on a couple things here.
Cool. Let's go.
Gondo said, "Choose to believe that Yan is a natural blonde." You would think so at this point, right? It suits her too well.
That's fair.
Favorite Yan rap, Manji's favorite song, instrumental for this track is Crazy. Sink Dive Winter says, "I agree." Goes hard. She says, "Third Eye is such wasted potential, bro." Hey, they're still together. Don't. I'm sorry. Wait, they're gonna blow up, guys. I
Oh.
don't give up on them yet.
Oh no.
They released a song not too long ago that I think flew under everyone's radar. If you guys don't know, Third Eye had a comeback somewhat recently.
I didn't know.
I know you didn't know, but I think even their fans didn't know.
Oh wow. Oof.
I'm actually I that's why I added 3 of their songs to the wheel, because I think that you will be genuinely surprised when you hear their songs and how they did not blow up. Because they're a very interesting group. Not to tangent too far off of CLC, but they're really cool because you like Everglow, you'll like them.
I do. Yeah.
And they're a trio, which is unique.
A trio. Oh shit.
Sorry, we're getting so sidetracked.
We're getting so sad.
Considered yes sir, but decided on Queen. So I guess you made the correct decision. It's gonna happen, I promise. She says, "I'm not deluding myself, Alex. We all know where it's headed."
Oh,
Stop. What about
oh god.
what was the 777? What was the song? The group they did? They did this weird thing where they had a boy group that they combined Third Eye with this other boy group and then debuted as like a project co-ed group, and it basically just sounded like a card song, and it did not do well. Yeah, with BIG. I liked it personally, but it didn't do well.
Oh god.
Poor
G
I'm
is
so
coming
glad.
after Alex.
Hang on.
Oh no.
Last 2 songs went nowhere, but it was fun. I only know Stalker, but Stalker's a good song. So it had no promotion or anything. Company is very clearly broke. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Company. I know that the company is very broke. I know that there were videos of them. I'm not sure if it was just content or if it was like for the sake of the group. I know there was videos of them on YouTube, which I think are now not there anymore, of them like busking, which is essentially like dancing on the street, like funding essentially.
Yeah, we talked about in Kiss of Life, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly. So who disbanded as far as for BIG. Yeah, I don't know anything about them really. I'm surprised a lot of people here in chat know Third Eye is, because they have been very irrelevant lately and they are not very big, but yeah, support them. If you don't know them, check them out. If you're watching this and like what we're listening to, you would like Third Eye, so
go show them some
help
love.
them out.
They're gonna need all the help they can get.
Confirmed they did do a lot of busking in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're super talented. They have a lot of covers, and like they even have some like self-made music videos up on their channel.
Okay.
And they're very funny, and from what I remember, they still upload some dance covers sometimes, and they're very, very talented dancers.
I'm sure. Well, the
there
real
since
God
day one
will
of their
help us.
debut.
We'll
Crusoe, I'm with you. I remember Do My Thing coming out and loving that song when it came out. So I'm with you. I've been fighting for Third Eye for a while. I have their album around here somewhere, the Triangle album.
Nice.
All right, I'm sorry. We're talking about CLC.
We are talking about CLC, so I think we should move on to the next track.
The few CLC fans that love Third Eye.
Yeah. You're eating. This next one is Devil, so I'm assuming we're moving into like the final stretch of CLC, potentially.
Yeah, we've got 2 left.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into Devil then. Let's rock. I don't want to say they're ending, guys. I just want to preface that. All you haters out there.
까맣고 짙은 선글라스 빨간 색깔 립스틱 침착하지 않아도 언제든 상상 그
Oh, hell yeah,
이상으로
Legos? Let's go.
나쁜 애가 될수 있어.
일단 착한 상대 얕잡아보는 거 그건 진짜 곤란해 어디서 못된 걸 배워와서 어설프게 흉내를 내
I try to be so polite. 근데 자꾸 날 왜 거슬리게 만들까? 널 단번에 끝장내는 건 내겐 의미가 없어. 진짜 잔인한 데빌 그건 겉으론 잘 모르는 법. 잠재운 날 벗어내 네가 깨워버렸어. 진짜 악랄한 데빌 그건 겉으론 잘 모르는 법. 어디서 감히 꼬리쳐 네 수작 다 보여 어설픈 술수의 눈물에 네가 받았던 조명 다 뺏어갈 거야. 내가 그동안 내 대야 대가 그래 날 나쁘다 욕해도 괜찮아. 내 맘대로 할래. 올린
Got the cactus.
black dress 필요하지 않아 난 네가 본 적 없는데 왜 어디 한 번만 깜짝이야 봐
I try to be so polite. 실컷 웃어 이게 마지막 경고니까. 널 단번에 끝장내는 건 내게
Oh, fuck.
의미가 없어. 진짜 잔인한 데빌 그건 겉으론 잘 모르는 법. 잠재운 날 벗어내 네가 깨워버렸어. 진짜 악랄한 데빌 그건 겉으론 잘 모르는 법.
어쩌지 반면서가 모두 이젠 안 통해 너는 이미 그 선을 넘었어
이따가 울고 또 피고 그래봤자 눈 한 번 깜짝 안 할걸. 널 단번에 끝장내는 건 내겐 의미가 없어.
The contrast is sick.
잔인한 데빌 그건 겉으론 잘 모르는 법. 아주 재미있게 놀아보려 해 네가 바라던 대로.
진짜 악랄한 데빌 그건 겉으론 잘 모르는 법
All right, guys. That was Devil from CLC.
That is Devil. So I can go first.
All right.
I like this song.
Okay.
I know, very controversial opinion.
Crazy.
Thank you.
Wow.
I say that because I don't love the song, but I like it. And I think that is just because I don't typically gravitate too much towards these like funk swing kind of songs too much.
Mm,
Like the big like brass
fair.
heavy funk kind of stuff. But if I had to put it with all the songs that are that style, this one would be like towards the top.
Agreed.
I also think it's a great addition to CLC's discography because I would hate for them to get put in like a corner where everyone's just like, oh, they're only doing trap music now, or they're only doing like these gimmicky club songs anymore.
Sure, I got
So
you.
it's like clearly they're much more than that. This is a very vocal heavy song.
Agreed. Yeah.
Which is the most enjoyable part about the song for me is the vocals. I thought the vocals were great. I thought Sungye's parts were fantastic. I really, for like the fifth time, I'm gonna say I loved Soren's vocals a lot. But other than that, I mean, I can't say too much about the instrumental. It's not my favorite instrumental.
Sure.
It's like a personal taste. But the music video is really fun. I think the music video is I forget, there's another group that did something similar to this, and for part of me wants to say that it was an EXID video, but this video of obviously them like essentially killing each other, trying to kill each other. It's very fun. It makes like a very entertaining watch. So even if like there was parts of the song that I didn't enjoy as much as others, it was a very fun watch.
Agreed. I was gonna comment what Gondo said, which was Russian roulette. It gives
Yep,
me Red Velvet, yeah, vibes
that
for
is it.
sure.
That is
That
it.
that was my initial thought. I was like, this seems familiar. Just at least the music video, not the song. The song is also very good. I really enjoyed the song a lot. I think it kind of gives me some of like earlier CLC vibes, like I feel like it's a little bit of a return to form in that way. So if you had not gone through the Hobgoblin phase and didn't know they did all this stuff prior, I think this is a good thing to know that they still want to still have songs in their catalog of doing this. So in that aspect, I respect that because I imagine this is much later on in their 4 years ago, so it's much more current in terms of their music. So I appreciate the fact that they wanted to do this. So kudos to them for, I think, knocking it out of the park, at least with the vocals. Instrumentation was also very good as well too. I will agree with Alex. I am more in the like really funky pop sort of stuff, so like I feel like this doesn't quite hit that spectrum for me, but I do think it's kind of in the same, I would argue it's kind of in a similar lane. I kind of attribute to, I know we mentioned Mamamoo before, but kind of gives me a little bit of like older Mamamoo where they were definitely more in that like horns, like a lot of like swing kind of vibe to it. This one kind of has that same sort of feeling, obviously not exactly the same, but contextually that's how I kind of place it. But yeah, I think overall it was a very fun track. I'd like to give this one more of a listen, and I'm curious if the other songs that are off Devil are going to have a similar, I imagine they're not going to have a similar vibe certainly, but I'm curious how far reaching they go, because I imagine there are some outlier B-sides on this record that are fun.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but it is a single.
Oh, it's a single. Okay, so it's just a
It
one-off.
is a digital single.
Ah, okay. Well, never mind then.
And the next song that we listen to is also only a digital single.
Interesting. Is
You
there any
you can
particular
see
reason?
what
Oh,
have we talked about Cube at all?
no, I don't think so.
Okay,
I'm
great.
just
Let me tell you
kidding.
about Cube and how
No,
they fuck
please
with every girl.
Never
All right,
mind.
I'm sorry.
I was just playing in for the bit, guys. I already know what Cube's about, so now we get it. Never mind.
Yeah, Cube said, you know what? We don't need any money with, they're getting towards the end of their contract. We don't.
I'm gonna put
We don't need money.
I'm gonna put that Ford F-150 they had in their one music video. I'm putting that in reverse and taking my comment back with me. So that was it.
All right. Let me catch up a little bit. All right, we talked about Third Eye Forever. The song is a Red Velvet music video in disguise. This is the era that Gondo got into CLC.
Interesting. Yeah.
Sorry that you got into them so close to the end.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm happy you found them, but man,
I got into them at the end.
Yeah, bittersweet. Sweetly Siren says, "This is my number one CLC song, and I will die on this hill."
Respect.
Okay.
I respect that.
Gano said Black Dress, Devil, and Helicopter are top three. My top three are very similar to that, except replace Devil with Me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that checks actually.
Sweet Siren says Devil, No, and Black Dress are their top three. Debo said this is their most fun song and music video.
Agreed.
Okay. The bass riff in Devil is so satisfyingly funky. It's very funky. The song is heavy on the funk.
Agreed.
Kondo says, "I love the song, but yeah, it's not an Alex song." I'm glad we can all agree here. Russian Roulette was the one I was thinking of. That's right. Stray Kids Venom, but with color.
Oh.
I don't know if I remember that one. Um,
I'll have to go back and listen to that one. Interesting.
I'm assuming you mean like the
Oh, the
music,
music video. Yeah.
concept. I just don't remember. Everything blends together. This is why I haven't heard most of the B-sides since when I got into CLC. There weren't any. Yeah, that makes sense. When you got into CLC, they didn't have B-sides anymore.
It was just
That
a single
checks out.
oof.
Oof.
Oh, the music video of them trying to. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate the clarification, sweetly.
Well, speaking of the end of CLC,
Oh, wow, what a transition.
we've got not the end on a low note, by the way. I mean, I think very. I love going out with a banger. You know,
All right. Respect.
don't give us the sentimental goodbye ballad. Let's go out with
Let's
a
go
banger.
with a hard hitter. All right, well, we're gonna go into helicopter, so let's get it. We're going up like in a helicopter.
We are going up.
I think you should make that request, sweetly. Do it.
I'll rig it.
Don't rig it, Alex.
I go up, helicopter, then I make hella noise for the takeoff. I go up, helicopter, never give up. Ooh, like a pilot. 난 그려내 작은 호기심부터
Okay.
시작한 내 grip 속에 누구나 아는 건 없어. 조금 어려운 선 후회다 이뤄내도 난 아직 부족해. 새로운 go 시작했어. I wanna go. I'm in the zone. 더 자유롭게 I want it more. I want it more. 하늘에 닿게 살개차게 boy chance 뒤도 남아 nobody's ever been. Now let me show you a shining road. I spit it out. 처음 느낀 낯선 기류 끝에 내 심장은 온통 never stop. 더 높이 오르고 늘 궁금했던 하늘까지 yeah. Feels so good yeah. 기다려 순간을 노려 멀리 반짝인 shine 원래 전해진 sign 순간 그토록 뜨겁게 higher. I go up, helicopter, then I make hella noise for the takeoff. I go up, helicopter, never give up. Ooh, like a pilot. 내게 몰아칠 바람 so danger. 유혹하듯 내게 손짓 terrorizer. Helicopter, never give up. I'm a pilot. Go out of control, that's what I want. Go out of control, that's what I want. 언제보다 넌 세상 너머로 하루만큼 더 눈부시게 날아볼래. I go up in the sky, 뛰어넘어다니는 시공간. 이 순간을 위해 난 모든 걸 바꾸는 베일에 쌓인 밤. 어려운 날 지나 I'm gonna make it big no doubt. But 나 수없는 별은 없어 노라 at the top. I figure out 차가워진 비바람 so easy 꿈꾸던 순간을 향한 shout 꽃잡힐 듯한 star 가능성을 열어두지 yeah. Feeling so cool yeah. 느낌이 on 순간을 노려 멀리 반짝인 shine 원래 전해진 sign 난 뼛속까지 타고 난 flyer. I go up, helicopter, then I make hella noise for the takeoff. I go up, helicopter, never give up. Ooh, like a pilot. 깊은 어둠 속 뒤엉킨 laser. 어디 향할지 알
Bruh. They should have named this song Rocket Ship because that shit took off at the end. That was great. Guys, that was CLC Helicopter. The closeout. We're closing it out, you know? Hopefully it's not the last CLC song. I want to preface, I hope it's not the last. I hope they do some more stuff. That'd be really sick, CLC.
Yeah.
know,
Soren, if
please.
you're watching this, make it happen.
Please, yeah, that'd be great. Man, I guess I'll start. I fucking love this song. This is great. What a way to, like, again, hopefully it's not a capstone, but it feels very capstone-ish. You know, it's like the song to be the song, you know. I love this. That I feel like the best part about that song was literally the last chorus. Like, whoever is doing all the vocal runs in the back, dear Jesus, you deserve an award, because there were so many great vocal melodies and lines, and it was just really well put together. But God, they really threw everything and the kitchen sink at this song, and I think they did a fantastic job. I think this is probably, I feel like this one's probably my favorite, honestly.
Okay.
Following Black Dress, I think it's Helicopter and Black Dress. I think those are the two that
Fighting for the top.
fighting for the top right now. Yeah.
Well, hey, those are in my top 3 as well, so
Yeah.
I can't give you any shit for that.
But yeah, great all around. I think everyone did a fantastic job. It would be really remiss if I pointed out anyone because they all crushed it. But, yeah, great song. Loved it.
I will give some extra credit to some
Okay, fair
members that I particularly loved in this song. That being Sungyeon.
Yeah.
Sungyeon's parts where she had a little cool dance move, but I also really enjoyed her vocals. But Sungyi, our main vocalist, I think main vocalist, right? Hopefully I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Popped off in this song.
Oh yeah.
Like, her vocals are so good. Not even just like at the end where she has like the runs, like the nice vocal runs, but like even earlier parts of the song where there are some really nice vocal parts.
Oh, she's great.
But I can't not give my praises to Yan for this song because she has such a major part of the introduction of this song.
Yeah,
and she has
true.
like such an extended verse. She has 2 verses, really, right? She has her intro to the song, which is a great rap verse, and then she has like another full rap verse in the second part of the song.
Second part, yeah.
I think after Sunghee's vocals. I think it was Sunghee. Where like her delivery is so good, the flow switches up really well. It does like a good job of like breaking the song up. It fits so well. So I'm happy to see, like, it's a little painful because I think a lot of the people that were fans of CLC at this time saw the writing on the wall. I think there was a lot of people who didn't even know if we would be getting Helicopter. And then when Helicopter came out, I think there was also like a lot of confusion whether that was even like what was happening, because there was stuff with I don't want to get into like the behind the scenes stuff, but there's stuff going on with Alki's contract. There's stuff going on with basically just some issues with Cube. Surprise, surprise.
Whoa, crazy.
And then contracts expired, and a couple of them ended up leaving. Like I mentioned, Soren and Sungyeon are at a different company now. Yeon is at Superbell, I think is their company name. She's at a different company. The other girls are doing their own thing. Everyone's kind of like in their own place now. So I like that this song ended on a high note for them, and you can see it in that last frame there. The journey never ends, as they say. I really hope that there's some truth to that, and that they can,
come back
somehow, if Cube will give them the rights or like let them do something. I know Soren has worked with Yan and Sungyeon on
Oh,
some of her solo stuff.
cool.
Um, I hope that this isn't the end of the foreseeable future of CLC. I think that it is a classic case of Cube flubbing the bag, and that if they were to come back and do another project or do another release, I think people would be very responsive and supportive to it. I think people definitely it's like one of the groups that got away. You know what I mean? Like one of the groups that like the potential was there or on the rise, like the members are there. It's
Took the winds
Cube's
out of the
not
sail a little bit. Yeah. Oof.
Gondo mentioned B2B just left Cube and they got the rights to the name. I did see that today or yesterday. I saw so B2B is a boy group under Cube, and
Oh.
apparently they got the rights from Cube and started their own company,
What?
which is huge and is
Yeah.
also a thing that has been becoming more popular lately. You see companies giving the rights to the members more frequently. So I hope that that is something that can continue, even in hindsight, maybe with them. I don't know, working with the company that Soren is under or something, maybe
Sure.
even, or I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm really surprised that Cube gave the rights to B2B. So that is a positive, light in the tunnel.
Agreed. Yeah. That's big moves. Love to see it.
Let me catch up on what we got. There's
Cool.
a lot of stuff in chat.
We do.
All right. My favorite Yayan verse. The English lyrics are wild. Yeah. So sorry, this song came out. There's two songs with
Okay.
Helicopter. It's
Okay.
Helicopter and Helicopter English version.
Okay. Sorry.
The English version's pretty good. I
Okay.
think, as far as English versions go.
Okay. I'll trust you.
Crusoe says, "I love the build up to the final chorus and the vocals over the final
Oh.
chorus. So good." Yep.
Fire.
Retweet.
Fire.
Just such a hype end to the song. Yeah, especially with that, like, I'm noticing, listening everything in sequential order now that they're towards the later half of their stuff. They're doing a lot of those third or final chorus switch ups, beat switches.
So sick.
So yeah, glad they did that again. I think it just makes it so much more impactful.
Agreed.
Sweet Siren says CLC is the reason I won't stand a group until I get a comeback after Discovery. That's not a bad rule to have, I think.
Fair enough.
It
I respect
definitely is rough when you start getting really into a group and then you never get to experience a release from them.
Oof.
Also, I won't touch temporary groups. That's fair. Missing out on some good music, but that's fair.
Yeah. Respect.
Sink Dive Winter says Helicopter got 4 producers, 2 of them foreign, all of them also having credits for BTS, Twice, EXO, and Blackpink tracks.
Oof.
Damn,
What a list.
stacked.
Yeah.
Well, they came
Crush
together to
it.
make a banger.
Yeah. I was gonna say. Agreed.
This shouldn't have been the end. They still had almost 2 years left in their contracts. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, as far as I know, their contracts expired like 2022 sometime.
Wow.
Or 2021, I forget. I think they announced that they were stopping support for CLC in 2022. And I think unless somebody can correct me, I think Eugen's contract under Cube is still valid because she joined Kepler while her Cube contract was active, and that paused her Cube contract as far as I know. So when Kepler disbands in June, I believe, or July, I think she will still be under Cube for a little bit.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy to think about.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Soren always promoted CLC on her YouTube channel more than Cube ever did. Yeah.
Big yikes.
Unfortunate. Big yikes. Debo says it's amazing how many groups get swept under the rug after putting in all the work. Yeah, it's unfortunate. When you start diving into I saw on Twitter the other day, somebody posted a Nugu group iceberg
Interesting.
Starting at the top with groups like Dreamcatcher.
Iceberg. Okay, sorry. I thought you meant the
Um,
group is named Iceberg, and I was like, holy
no,
shit.
no, 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 like an iceberg.
Okay, got you.
With like the top being like Dreamcatcher, and then going into like Pixie and Elris, and then going down to stuff like I'm gonna draw a blank on all these names. Saturday, all these like when it gets to like halfway through,
Mm,
all the groups I've never even heard of, and I like to think that I'm pretty well versed in like unknown groups.
crazy.
So yeah, it's pretty disheartening sometimes when you see how many groups are out there that are not making a dollar, racking up debt, probably having to work a full-time job just to be in their group and stuff. Yeah, it's rough. Eugene was under Cube and she joined Kepler, so I think it's still yeah, okay. That's what I was saying. Gondo, I know Dreamcatcher isn't Nugu, but
Yeah,
I'm just saying like
yeah.
that's just what the top of the iceberg, like the tip of the iceberg was like people who say like Nugu groups. I don't know. It started with Dreamcatcher and like other not Nugu groups. It wasn't just Dreamcatcher. But yeah, some of the ones at the top are very funny. It was like Dreamcatcher, Weki Meki, like WJSN. It's definitely not like not Nuga groups, but it definitely got really in the
Polarizing.
weeds.
Yeah.
Oh, it got really in the like I think two
Oh.
or three tiers down. I was like, I don't know any of these groups.
Wow, crazy.
Where the Dia Wings love at. Waker is a Nugu boy group. It's from a tiny company. They promote themselves on the street because they can't get on music shows.
Oh.
Yeah, it's disheartening. I don't even like to think about it. But it is sadly the reality. Giving their debut Atlantis a listen. Okay.
Okay.
Disagreeing with the person who made it, not me. Okay.
Clarification, yeah.
So mid small, yeah. Look, Gondo, if you go, I was gonna say go on Twitter, but don't go on Twitter. And apparently, according to some,
Do you know who the user was? I could just look them up.
no, I don't know.
Okay.
Some subspaces of the internet will tell you that like NMIX is Nugu. You know what I mean? Like anyone that's not Twice or Blackpink or BTS will get called Nugu. That's just the reality of the internet.
Ghana, that's good. I'm glad you're not on social media. That's it's probably better for
Yeah.
you.
If this is the closest you're getting to social media, you're doing good.
Yeah, I would agree. It's all down here from here. Yeah, we'll definitely give him a listen. Sweetly. Cruz
Cool.
says they're not completely massive. They're underrated nobodies. Oh,
if they're not complete.
if they're not,
Massive.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's what the internet will say.
Which is rough.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
We
but,
try to
you know,
we try to do our best to cover some new groups. So if you have some good ones, let us know. We'll try to.
Hey,
Try to do 'em
I
up.
guarantee I got some stuff on the wheel that people in this chat have never heard of. So I'm out
Let's
here
go.
spreading love to my my unknown groups.
Let's go. Well, thank you guys for joining us for CLC. Next week, I don't know what we're doing. We haven't decided.
I don't know either. We are definitely gonna do the wheel next week.
Yeah.
Or this weekend or something where you have
This
to start
weekend.
chipping away at it because
Yeah.
it is growing at an alarming rate.
Yeah. It is growing at an alarming rate. We'll probably wind up doing it Saturday because I don't think I have anything, and it would be a fun post-birthday stream. So,
Yeah.
So maybe we'll.
So
do
look
that.
out if you're on. I'm sure most of you are on our YouTube. That's probably how you found out about the stream. So if you're watching this on YouTube or you're chilling in Twitch,
Yeah.
look out for a upcoming stream probably on Saturday. And then next week we should be doing a stream on Monday and Wednesday as well, if things don't get mixed up. So a couple streams in the next week, handful of streams. I don't know what
Handful.
group we'll be doing. We'll
Probably make a poll.
maybe, yeah, we'll probably make a poll and see what everyone wants to see. I think there's a couple that we have on deck that we've been wanting to check out. So
Yeah, we did see somebody comment IU. We will be covering IU at some point, very soon in the foreseeable future. So, I again completely forget to do the boys and girls group polls, so I will post those up, and you can let me know if there's groups you would like us to cover, especially if you are newer. We would love to have your input and all that sort of stuff. Gondo, I did see that Chungha announced a comeback. I will probably be doing a live video of that because I am a Chungha stan. So aficionado. So I will definitely be doing probably a nightly thing for that. So very excited. I love Chungha, so big salutes to her. And I'm so excited for her comeback. So pretty hyped. But yeah, let us know who you'd like us to cover, and if you are new here and you haven't given us a follow, that is the best way to find out when we go live. We do try to post about it on the YouTube community tab, but if you aren't subscribed there, subscribe there, but also give us a follow here on Twitch. We try to make sure we're doing that. If you would like to sub, you do have some sub stuff that you do get when you do subscribe, so if you'd like to do that, that'd be very sick. And you get access to cool emotes, and we're hoping to expand it a little more as time goes on, so definitely let us know. And yeah, thank you guys for joining us for CLC. And as I mentioned, we do plan on doing, at least I would like to plan on doing some like OG groups. I know that CLC is not, I guess, would they be considered like an OG group, Alex? Or
OG and Kpop?
I mean, like, like older. I don't know. Like, obviously, I don't know how far we'll go in terms of gen wise.
I don't know. They're third gen, so probably
Okay.
not. But well, we are going to do Girls'
clocks.
Generation.
Yeah.
We are going to do 21. And we are going to do 4 Minute. I know those are definitely going to get covered. I don't know if we're actually going to go like older into like Gen 1, like, or Gen 2, like earlier Gen 2 stuff. Like, I don't think we'll touch like Finkel, anything like that. So I would say the oldest we're probably going to go is probably Girls' Generation / 21.
Anyone in that era, correct? Or
Yeah.
roughly in that spot, right?
Yeah, something somewhere around there.
Okay, cool. Well,
we'll see. Who knows? Who knows where the wind will take us?
Yeah, of course. Unless there's like a really outstanding glaring people that we need to talk about, like in first gen. You know what I mean? Like a really like, I don't know. That's just me, at least. All right. Well, I think that might be it, guys. So thank you for rocking with us tonight. Much love. And we will let you know if Saturday is a rockin' stream as well. We'll keep you posted. And yeah, thank you for all hanging out. Much love to you, and we'll catch you guys. Fingers crossed Saturday. We'll see you guys Saturday. Peace.
Bye, everyone.